Almighty back in the building, you know what I mean? Hope y'all having a great weekend. I know I am. You know what I mean? Family time is always the best time. Shout out to all the sponsors though, you know what I mean? Snow Goons, Elite Sound International Music, Creative Juices Music, London LeBlanc Magazine, the usual suspect, you know what I mean? We got a dope show for you. We're doing a run back of the SC Static show because last week he had too many like internet problems and shit, and like I want the show to be good so this way people can respect what he does as an artist, etc., etc. You know what I mean? Quality over quantity. But yeah, we're just waiting for him to hop in this shit and see what's good. Yeah, yesterday we had the homie Lord Gamma. That shit was dope. That was a good show. We played some exclusive beats and shit. You know what I mean? We talked about his career and shit. Friday we had the homie Bliss from Juice. You know what I mean? That was dope. But yeah, let me see where SC is so we can get this show on the road. I definitely appreciate all y'all for tuning in. You know what I mean? Supporting the show and whatnot, the pages and whatnot. Just remember, yo, if you missed the show, I got them all on YouTube. In case you want to double up. Hey, what's up? How you doing? So, yeah, we just waiting for SC Stack to start this off and whatnot. Next weekend, yo, we got a really dope lineup too. I mean, as of right now, I'm kind of booked like the next couple of months here and there. I mean, there's some open slots in case artists want to hop on the platform, but as of right now, I'm just doing whatever comes natural. Yo, hopefully his internet is working properly this time, because last time I don't know what was going on with that. Aliens hijacked his Wi-Fi or some shit. Shout out to everybody once again, you know what I mean? Sunday. I'm doing good. You know what I mean? It was a blessed weekend. Had a good time with my family and whatnot. I hope everybody did too. Hope this man hops online, man. Yeah, but shout out to everybody that supports the channel, like I said before. This all started like maybe a month and a half ago, or whatever. Nah, man. My first guest was G Royale. And after that, everything kind of went the way it did. You know what I mean? Rusty Jooks, the Snow Goons. You know what I mean? Shabam Sadiq, Smiley the Ghetto Child. The list goes on and on and on for all the people that I had on the show. But you know what I mean? It just shows us mutual respect. So yeah, we just waiting for him and whatnot. I'm actually gonna probably edit this out while we wait. But I guess I can play some joints while we wait. He got plenty of joints. If I can find them. Let me see. What we got? Let's run some music to see while we wait. Yo, Paige, Dark Side, what's good, brother?
Ain't my choice.
We just waiting for SC Static so we could start this off and whatnot. But we'll play y'all some stuff so y'all can hear what he's got while we wait. This right here, I produce this shit for this shit. This shit right here. Shit. Yeah. Circle of life. Shit. Check it out. Yo, fam, just request to be in the show and I'll add you right in or whatever works. You know what I mean?
There you go. Oh man. There we go. Peace.
Yo, peace, peace.
How you been, man?
Great, man. Great. How have you been?
Yo, I've been doing good, man. You know what I mean? Had family time and whatnot this weekend. I mean, every weekend, but you know what I mean? It was good.
Hell yeah. Can you hear me like this, or should I put the headphones in like last time?
I mean, it sounds good right now, but I mean, if you whatever makes you feel more comfortable, you know what I mean?
All right.
Or better yet, whatever everyone can hear. If y'all can hear him, let me know, and we go from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm gonna definitely try to look at the comments more this time. I remember I don't think I like acknowledged anybody last time, so I see
Well,
some
it's
people
hard.
joined already.
Nah, man, it's hard. It's hard to keep track of what's going on in the chat. I be trying to look at what they be saying too, but there's a lot going on sometimes. But
Yeah, exactly.
anyways, so yeah, what I was doing, I was breaking it down for everybody because last time we had a lot of interruptions and just things going wrong. So, like I said before, I appreciate you as an artist, so I prefer you get the attention you deserve, not you know what I mean, quality over quantity. So
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm actually in my sister's basement right now, and I think so far much better. So shout
yeah,
out
I
to
was
my
gonna
sister.
say
Yo, my
it,
brother-in-law.
the aliens didn't hijack your Wi-Fi. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, man. Yo, it's wild because I got to check in with Optimum. I don't know what's going on over there, but yeah, so far so good,
Yeah,
people. I mean, let us know if the connection's good, man. I think so far we're good.
yeah. I mean, it sounds good on my end, but I noticed some of the videos recently, like the audio cuts out sometimes. It's weird. It's like I can hear whoever's talking, but for some reason the footage won't cut. I don't know, like it won't have it. I don't know. It's weird.
The final version of the video. Oh yeah,
Yeah. Like I don't want nobody thinking that shit is me. That shit ain't me. You know what I mean? I don't. Why would I? You know what I mean? Why would I intentionally sabotage myself? First off, second off, why would I waste all this time, 2, 3 hours or whatever length of time, just to do something like that? It's stupid. You know what I mean?
no, exactly.
Instagram just fucking up. You know what I mean? That's what it is. But
Last time it was definitely on my end though. I can say 100% for sure because I was in yeah, that was me. That wasn't Sabrina.
no doubt. So all right, so let's get this started off there, man. Let them know who you are and where you from, yo.
No doubt, man. My name is SC Static. Let's start right there. SC is my initials. Static means unchanging, unwavering. So it's kind of like Samuel Correcchia. That's my name. That my grandfather. That was my grandfather's name, who passed away a year before I was born. So I kind of carry on that in the name, the SC. And Static is me just being the same. No matter what's going on in the world around me, I'm always stay true to who I am because that's all I can be. That's all anyone else can be is themselves. And I feel like the best version of yourself is who you already are. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard in this world to stay true to that. So that's what the name kind of represents. And I'm from Warwick, New York. My parents are from Brooklyn. I went to school in the Bronx, Fordham University. I'm a student of the game as much as I am a participant. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of current artists and old school artists. Yeah, and I love this shit, man. I love hip hop. And I actually had a great week of hip hop. And I don't know if you saw the last video. I'm definitely going to be in a better mood this time around for sure, man. No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, man. Like I said, I try to keep it real with everyone as much as humanly possible. Like I tell everybody that steps on the show, this is all about good vibes. You know what I mean? Like because we try to build with each other, but it's also I want people to build with you as an artist and get to know you a little better and into your life. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. And yeah, hip hop is peace, love, unity, and having fun, man. So let's stick to that. Let's stick to that.
You already know. You already know, man. But yeah,
No doubt.
so you already got to the first question I was gonna ask. Kind of skip ahead a little bit there because I was gonna ask you about your name and shit. Like I had a feeling it was your first and last name in the beginning, but I wasn't exactly sure, so I figured I'd ask anyways.
No doubt. Yeah, I that just happened to come in my head. I was like, let me just describe that because some people think I'm from South Carolina. I think I mentioned that last time. But I was thinking maybe I should get some of those South Carolina hats to get the SC on it. I was thinking, but I'm not from South Carolina. SC is my name. But also I had like a couple acronyms for it, like, you know, like self-control, like self-controlled syllable. Like I had a couple acronyms for it. I forgot off the top of my head. But yeah, but initially it was my initials. I was just going to go by Static. But then if you type that in, you get electricity results and stuff. So I knew this guy's like Ari the Rugged Man, or even just AZ and OC. And, you know, that's my real initials. So it kind of keeps a real part of me into my music. And it narrows down the search results. So that's kind of how that came about since 6th grade. I've been that since 6th grade, and I never had a different name, honestly. I never had a different name.
No doubt. That's what's up, man. I like how, that's what I always liked about you too, man, is how you elaborate. You know what I mean? How you break things down too. Because even if you listen to you as an artist and how you rap, you break a lot of shit down for people that might not understand it, or it might be too complex for them. So that's a beautiful thing as far as that goes. But yeah, so
thank you, man.
We went over a whole bunch of stuff last time, but I feel like we kind of will just touch base on it now as well. Such as Me and You. For those that don't know, Me and You had an album back in the day, like we was talking about. Not really back to the day. It wasn't that far back, you know what I mean? But it was you put out so much shit. You know what I mean? You put out so much shit, it would have to be considered a throwback. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
that's 2018, right? Yeah, so that's a little over 3 years. You know, it's gonna be 4 years.
That joint's called Monetary Minds. You can check that out on all the platforms, Spotify, and all that shit. And, yeah, that shit was hard, man. Like I said, I can by far say one of my favorite albums that I had the pleasure of producing. Like, you know what I mean?
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Likewise, and I noticed now it's the top result on iTunes, at least when you type in SC Static. I don't know if that's because we're talking about it and people are checking it out more, but that's the #1 SC Static album that comes up now when you search me on iTunes. And to be honest, I wasn't expecting that. That wasn't made to be, you know, universally accepted. That's some real, like, you know, you know, man. Well, if you listen to it, you know. But
for those that didn't understand, yeah, because I mean, it was a lot of politically based, but in a way that could be relative, in a way that, like, the beats were bumping. You know what I mean? Boom bap, of course. And on top of that, the flows that you had generated was perfect for it because it meshed so well together. So, and every track is a banger. There's no skip tracks type shit. And I mean, it did take us some time, like we was joking about, though. It did take a couple of years to, you know what I mean, kind of release it. But, you know what I mean, we still put it out, and it was well worth it. It was worth the fucking wait.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. And I would say, I remember, I don't know if I'm sure you're going to remember this when I say it, but initially I wrote the first song, which is Monetary Minds, but I called that track Monetary Minds, but I initially was going to call the album Harsh Reality. And you already had an album you produced or you were involved in that had that title, and that made us switch the title to Monetary Minds. I just thought that's worth mentioning because I remember I really love that we switched it to Monetary Minds now in retrospect. At first, I was like, I had my mind set on Harsh Reality because that's really what it is. It's about the harsh realities of life. And like, it's as human as it is political. There's some like really, you know, I talk about it being just a human and being like, man, like the shit we got to like witness and go through and try to like process. It's like, it's a lot. So, and like you said, I try to elaborate further on topics because I know I'm talking about a lot of stuff that's difficult to understand. And when I'm trying to research it, I try to simplify it so I can understand it. And I try to put the message in a comprehensible way, but it's like, it's hard to put it into 3-4 minutes. So some of those songs are long, you know what I mean? But I appreciate people taking the time to really listen to that, you know? And I like Monetary Minds as the final title as opposed to Harsh Reality.
Yeah, you know? What had happened was, like, I believe I had a joint with me and Mr. Jack, you know what I mean? Mr. Jack Music and shit. When we were doing the Superb Dynasty joint. And I think it was with the homie Apocalypse and Josh Bless. And there was a song called Harsh Reality that me and Mr. Jack co-produced. And I think that was what the problem was, because I didn't want them to like try to come at you a certain way if like, oh, well, they stole the title. So that's why I said, if you have something else in mind, we'll see what we can do type, because I don't believe in doing that where it's like any kind of confrontation I try to avoid because I'm too old for that shit. First off, and then second off, it's like, it's hip hop. Technically nothing is untappable. You know what I mean? Like you can't sit here and claim something anymore because it's hip hop. You know what I mean? So anything you put out on the internet, anybody can take that shit, put whatever over it, remake it. So the same goes for titles for music. The same goes for lyrics. I mean, as long as you ain't taking like you ain't jacking a Biggie verse, it's like, You know what I mean? Because then there's a whole nother fucking thing. But like other than that, title shouldn't matter. None of that shit matters. It was just I didn't want no complications for the album we were putting together because it was well. I was loving it. I was tripping over how well put together it was. Like,
No doubt,
um,
man. Thank you.
but,
Yeah, as we said before, thank you for being patient with me too, because like it was a slow cook album. Like I wasn't trying to talk about stuff I didn't know yet, you know. So I did, you know, it's hard to talk about 9/11 just like out of your ass, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a tough topic, so I wanted to approach it as sincerely as possible, especially some of that, all those topics on that. You know what I mean? I talk about even the stress relief or those ones, like that was pretty personal and deep in a way I never did before either. And even the dysfunctional track too, like that one has a crazy story on it. And like, I just wanted to challenge myself in a way to do something different. But yeah, I love the title way better than Harsh Reality, man. I'm so glad that you even brought that up to even, oh, you got something else that could maybe work. I'm like, you know what? Monetary Minds, the double M too. Like it sounds good off the tongue a little bit too. I never heard that before. You know, have you? I never heard that like said.
nah.
I'm sure it has been, but like I don't know. It just got a nice Monetary Minds. I don't know.
You know, it's funny though because it's like it was the perfect title track too to go with
Yeah,
everything that was already being done. So it was kind of you know what I mean, and you had a video to it. I'm about to show
yeah,
some of the videos. But yeah. So it
no
was just
doubt.
well put together, man. And even before that, for those that didn't know, like me and you met at a hip hop show and shit. And
Right.
you know what I mean? Like I was hearing you rap and everything, and instantly I was like, yo, I definitely want this dude on one of my beats. You know what I mean? Right off the bat, 'cause the way you rap,
Same here, man. The same thing I
and
thought. I was hungry for that, the underground sound, and I hadn't heard anybody I knew personally where I could have access to something like that where it's original. You know, I was rapping over instrumentals at the time, and the FU was the first. FU was the first original project, and you were on there twice, and yeah, so that was a perfect mesh. And shout out to Decaf Black, of course, for making the
yeah,
connection.
words, yeah.
You know,
So it was
and
definitely, yeah,
you're
it's
on. I
definitely
didn't
well worth it.
realize you're on his new album too. Like I didn't realize you produced like a third of those beats on his new album. He showed me that. That shit is fire.
See, now I'm a
Or you're
little
definitely on there.
confused. I know I have a track on there, but I think
Oh,
it was only just
I don't know
one.
how many.
I mean,
Okay.
you do talk to the nigga more than me, so I could be wrong. You know what I mean? Because I'll be trying to hit this man up, and he be on MIA and shit. So you know what I mean? It's kind of tough to really sit here and be like, yo,
No
what's this?
doubt.
What's that? You know what
I
I mean, because
I just saw. Did you see what he posted with the credits? It had you on there as like the first credit as a producer. So I thought maybe you had more than one joint on there. But yeah, we always we drink a little Henny when we meet up. So like I can't factually say a lot when when we're chilling sometimes.
nah, I feel
I
you.
don't
I
drink
feel you. I
like
feel
that
you.
too. But when I'm with him, we have fun, man. We have fun.
No doubt. Yeah, nah, he a good brother, man. He family. Like I said before in the last interview, he's pretty much like my little big brother. You know what I mean? 'Cause this nigga be
Right,
acting.
right.
I be having to, like I said, I be having to pull him to the side sometimes and be like, you need to chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? You doing the utmost right now. Calm it the fuck down. You know what I mean? Let's get back to the hip hop. And there'll be times where he be picking some weirdo beats. Like he knows me. He fucking knows me. I'm real
Oh yeah, yeah.
motherfucking in your face. Like I'm always like honest. I try to be.
You can
You know
say
what I
what
mean?
you
I
feel.
try not
Yeah.
to. I don't like to hurt people. Like I'm keeping that real. I don't. That's not my intention at all. But sometimes I feel like people need to be honest with friends. Like for instance, with you. Like if your shit wasn't airtight and you asked me, I'd be like, yo, I think you could have changed this. You could have changed that. You know what I mean? You might hate me
Right.
for it, but let's be real. Like that's what real fans do. Set aside the friendship and be a fan for a second. With him, it's like that. With him, I'd have to be like, yo, that beat is fucking nah, nigga. Don't use that motherfucking beat. Yo, it's to some whole other shit, bro. And he generally listened. We have a whole other album that got released, and it really
Yeah.
didn't see the day of light the way it should have because the production or the mix down or whatever wasn't proper. So I hope we can get back to that. But you
You're
guys
saying
also had
you're saying it didn't come out?
it's on that Piff and shit, but honestly, it's not.
Not the one with Planet Asia on it. Is that one that you're talking about?
No, that
Oh,
was that was later out. But now
right,
the one
right.
with yeah, because me and him, I had a whole album I produced for him
Oh, wow.
way back. But the mix downs weren't quality and it didn't sound very good. So we gotta kind of go back to it and maybe
Yep.
relive it. But
I think you
I'm
definitely
content
should
though.
do something with it.
I'm
You,
content though because I got fucking Black Static out of y'all. You know what I mean?
hell yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean? You and UT decaf, that joint is fucking fire, man. Like that shit
Yeah.
was on point. So I definitely appreciate that song. Like the
Yo, me
video was
too,
funny
man.
though.
The video took a minute too. We did that on like 4 different shoots. Like, it's a lot of different footage in one. And he had some, Decap always has some crazy ideas for videos. He never will just do some like, you just stand there and rap. Like, I'll be honest, like a lot of the videos I do, like are just, I'm just walking with real life going on behind me. And I may be talking about what's going on behind me, like just in real life. Cause a lot of my songs are just about that. But like he always have this like really, he'll have props and like spray paint, like he'll have things lit on fire while like he's like a really visionary
Yeah.
dude. And it's amazing actually. Like he's like taught me like the lighting is so important, like his lighting, and he really thinks everything through, and I respect it. But he's definitely different, bro. He's
Yeah,
done some,
yeah.
yeah.
I think he is a bit of a fucking pyromaniac because it seemed like when I first started working
He's
with
not
him, all I
scared
think
of
I
it.
wanted to do you wanted to blow shit up, and I'm like, this, like you ain't motherfucking Michael Bay. Like, let's calm it down. Like, we're not blowing up jeeps and shit. You know what I mean? Like, but he's very creative, man. He has a good
Yeah,
creative sense of things. So that's definitely
yeah.
dope.
We're
But
doing
yeah,
some
like I said,
videos supposedly soon. We're supposed to be. I did a couple tracks with him that we're supposed to do videos for, and he's kind of going to be, executive producing them. And he's working with somebody now, like helping out with videos too. Like he really loves that shit. So, you know what I mean? He's always learning too. Like I respect he's always in the shadows. He's doing something, man. He's always learning, becoming better some way. And I like anybody that does that, man. I love that shit, you know?
word. Nah, you ain't lying though. You ain't lying. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good brother though. But I don't want to get off topic.
Enough about,
We talk
enough about him.
talking about my brother Decaf all day, but I want to stick with you because, like I said, man, you deserve all the blessings and shit, yo, on some other shit. Because
Thank you,
like,
man.
first off, like I don't want to sound like that, saying it like that, but from our last conversation, like you were saying, like not being the hardest in hip hop, and I mean, you are in the sense that you're considered a white boy of the hip hop, whatever you want to call it, because.
Right.
But like I said, hip hop is universal. And if you can fit into any crowd without having to change yourself, that's hip hop. You know what I mean? You can, and I seen you because when we used to do the
Yeah,
shows
man.
and shit, you'll be around some of the toughest dudes I knew,
Hmm.
and you would just take them niggas by surprise with the bars you had and content or whatever you was doing. So,
Yeah.
like I said, hip hop don't got a face, it don't got a color. You know what I mean? So
Right, man.
I'm
And
just putting that out there.
thank you, man. I appreciate that. And I just did that this weekend or on Thursday, man. I went, I don't know if you saw one of my later posts. I was like, went to Miranda Wrights. Shout out to Miranda Wrights. That's like, that's my homegirl there. She's female MC. I always respect female MC. That's like, got to be 10 times harder. You know what I'm saying? Especially the judgment and, the shit you got to put up with and what you're expected to be kind of thing. So I went to that show not knowing who's going to be there, man. I met Grandmaster Caz. I met fucking Coke LaRock. I met I saw Skanks, the rap martyr there. Like
Yeah,
chopped it up with him real quick, saw him perform. He's always killing it. And just, it was hip hop to the fullest, yo. There was DJs just cutting old break beats. And like, I never felt more at home. And I was like, it really just like pulled me out of I wasn't in like a funk, but like I've been on a high ever since, bro. Like I can't even like sleep in anymore. Like I'm waking up like, yo, let's get it, man. Hip hop check 1, 2, and you don't stop, man. This shit is dope. I fucking love the old school. Like, yo, they have so much life to them, man. These guys are 60 years old. They look younger than me. It's like they know something. And yo, hip hop is part of that, bro. It keeps you young and like, dude, the way and what they said too. I'll just say this: like the whole night was about unifying the new generation with the old. So they had like new acts and old acts, and like we all respected each other, and it was like hip hop's about peace, love, unity, and having fun. And I was like, man, I feel like we've been really like forgetting that. Even myself, it's like shit. Like that is what this is about, and like that's why I loved it at first. And like, when did I get so like bitter about things? And like, yo, this is about. I love this, and I just want positive vibes, like you're saying. Like I want to avoid that at all costs because like when hip hop's done right in the purest way, it's the best thing. And like for me, it keeps me like going, man. Like I love it more than anything. I really do. Like, and I
Yeah,
saw
because
it,
you know what
man.
I mean. I mean, yeah, I'm doing this show for entertainment purposes. You know what I mean. For those that are stuck at home, got COVID maybe, or just don't fucking be out bar hopping, whatever. So I
Yeah,
do it for them, for the real hip hop heads. And when I sit home right now, for instance, they're watching us and shit. Instead, they could be out bar hopping and doing this and that. So this is who I do it for. People like me, fans of your music and everybody else's music, and having a good time. But like I said, at the same time, it's unnecessary to bring in negative shit. Like, you know what I mean? I said that to everybody. It's like it's all about good vibes because we want to have a good time. You know what I mean? Everybody can have a good time, sit home, watch shit, listen to
yeah,
info,
yeah. Hell
etc.
yeah.
So,
I love watching interviews of my favorite artists. So it's like the fact that anybody be even interested to check this out because they're a fan of our music, man, that's freaking awesome. And I want to have that for them as an option, no matter how many people it is. Because like, I'm happy when I get that as an option as a fan and get to know a little bit more about the creative process or them as a person. It's like, oh, yo, like we were talking before, I love hearing about Rusty Jokes being a great father and like mother.
or
I mean, you know what I mean? Like husband too, and just like being able to balance his life like that and things you wouldn't expect when you hear the music necessarily. It's like, yo, he's got like his shit handled in this part of his life too. And it's like possible to be an underground artist that's successful and a good person at the same time and makes hardcore music, like, you know, and people don't think that's what we're like sometimes. Like, oh, his music's so angry, he must be like this. It's like, Vinny Paz is probably, he's like, looks like one of the happiest dudes when he, like on his Instagram, he looks happy as fuck. But his music is, helps me get through the hardest times of my life because it's so aggressive and,
or
you know, when you need that, he's got that. And like, I always had MCs in my head growing up as a kid. And like, that's all I want, man. Just people can turn to me. I have a couple fans, man, that turn to me and they say I'm their favorite. And it's like, whew, all right. All right, man. All right.
carry the
Like, yo,
torch, carry the torch, yo.
yeah, but that shit'll just like make you realize that it ain't for nothing. And hip hop is really powerful. It's some of the most powerful, arguably, it probably is the most powerful music because you can fit so much into 3 minutes, 4 minutes that you can't do in any other genre. You know what I'm saying? And like, and we're also borrowing from all the genres of music with the samples and the way the beats are set up. And it's like, man, it's a accumulation of everything in the universe all into one art form. I mean, most art is like that. It's true art, you know. It's like it reflects life, and it's like gives you that real emotion to help you get through things that are real in life. I don't want to hear people like to distract themselves with music, and I get that, but I think when you embrace it and like face it, that's what hip hop is, you know. It grounds you, and like there's nothing you can't do, man. These people have overcame everything, man. They've been through worse than us most of the time, you know. It's all
You know what
relatable.
it
Like,
is? I feel like, I mean, I might be speaking for myself when I say this, but I feel like hip hop is for the weirdos in a way. You know what I mean? Because
oh
we can
yeah,
be ourselves. We can talk about whatever the fuck we want on hip hop. You know what I mean? And we can just be ourselves. We don't have to sit here and be part of the motherfucking the topic, the trend of the day and shit. You know what I mean? So, yo, peace, Lord
right.
Gamma. Like that's all I'm saying. So I'm a bit of a weirdo. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I keep it 100. I watch my anime. You know what I mean? I be goofy around my
I
sons.
saw
You
you
know what I
posted
mean?
that. I see you posting those. Yeah, those
You know
things
what
are
I mean?
dope
So
too, man. Hell yeah.
so it's like that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like hip hop, that's us. We have that voice. You know what I mean? Because I don't think there's too many genres where you can be yourself, be weird. You know what I mean? And then still
Yeah,
be relative or still be dope as fuck.
embraced. Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
there's no limit to what you can do with it. And like true hip hop is about being yourself, and like everybody's different. So like there's room for everybody as long as you're staying true to you and like expressing yourself honestly, man. That's what's up. And like everybody does it different, you know. If you do it right, you're gonna be different. Like that's the truth, man. You know, like when you make your beats, when you know they say there's the three stages: the imitation, emulation, and then the innovation. You know, and I feel like I've been innovating for the last few years more than imitating. You know, but it did start with imitation, man. I've been influenced by so many people, and like, yo, it is for weirdos. Hip hop made it cool to be original. I mean, you have to be original. You have to be you, and it's cool to do
Hmm.
that. Like, nothing else really encourages that as much as they claim they maybe do. You know, like hip hop looks so many different ways, especially nowadays, and it's like I'll even be honest myself. Like I used to bash some stuff that maybe it's like maybe I should be like, yo, that's dope that you even have the courage to do that. I would never do that. But like, yo, like props to you for doing that weird shit that I do my own weird shit. Like I'm quirky, I'm corny as fuck with my sense of humor. Like there's room for that, There's room for that in
That's
hip
what I
hop,
was trying to
man.
say, bro. It's like there's so many misconceptions in hip hop because
Yeah,
the generations are split up. You know what I mean? And everyone considers rap to be hip hop, and yes, it is a form of hip hop. It's not hip hop though. Hip
right. There's
hop
a
is
lot
a
more to it.
culture.
Yeah,
Hip hop's a culture. We live, we breathe this shit. You know what I mean? It pumps in the
yeah,
heart. That's what hip hop is about. The rap
right.
shit is just the drugs, the fucking money, the hoes, and all that weird shit that they be doing on fucking TV. That's rap. That's a branch off of hip hop. What we're doing is for the people. Because people like me and you contribute back into the community and shit. Know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like we because you're a teacher. You know what I mean? For those that don't know, he's a teacher. And you know what I mean?
substitute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a. I couldn't be a teacher. I have to
Listen,
go back and get my master's. But like, I'm a
listen,
substitute
you
teacher. I
teach.
do it every day. No doubt, no doubt. I do.
You know what I mean? Look, we're not even going to say all that, bro, because substitute or not, if you're teaching the younger minds, you're teaching somebody something they don't know, you're a teacher. There's no such thing as a substitute for me, anyways. You know what I mean?
I feel
But
you.
I
Yeah,
know what you're saying, though. On a professional level,
right.
careers, whatever, but it's the same thing as like a doctor, like a male nurse not being told he's a doctor. But if you're helping
Right.
save lives, you're still equivalent to the overall. So I mean, you're contributing to that. I did have a question
I
about
get
that
you.
though. Do you feel like it is tough to do you feel like there's boundaries set because you do teach younger minds, but you still have to stay yourself in the hip hop community? Do you feel like that kind of there's a boundary between that?
I'll be honest. I feel like there was, and nowadays there isn't. Like those kids listen to hip hop all day, every day, and it's foul language. And like, I'm a good example. I'm like a good example compared to everything else they're listening to. I can honestly say that. And then me as a person, my art reflects me as a real person. So like, I don't gotta hide nothing. I mean, the one thing I would say is like, I puff tree. You know what I'm saying? And I put that in my videos. That's the one thing. But pot is legal now. It's legal now. Like they literally can't say nothing anymore. But like maybe a couple of years ago, that I would be like scared to show them videos. But one kid, I remember one kid the other day is like, "Yo, Crazy Blunted Style is my favorite track." I was like, "Yo, I appreciate that, but don't show your other teachers, that one, because they're like, yo,
Yeah.
they're like, yo, I'll show my teacher your stuff." I was like, "Yo, thank you, man, I appreciate that, but just be careful which songs you show," And he's like, I know. I'm like, okay, just please, But I think more of my like conceptual songs, the teachers will really respect, and I think they've seen some of those. Like my latest Spynet one, I don't curse the whole time, and it's like respectable, even though the second half is like really underground sounding, and like I didn't conform at all, and it's like that one actually did pretty well. You know what I'm saying? And like even Skanks gave me props on that one, which was dope to see. You know what I mean? I love getting props from real MCs that I respect. That to me is like more than any money I could get. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like I love that shit. Like when you chopping up with the Snow Goons and shit, like that's priceless.
So
But
see, but
yeah,
this is what the show is about. Like that's why I was saying I have met so many people like tell me like, yo, everybody's doing that now. Why bother? It's because we're all different. We're all unique. And at the end
yeah,
of the day, I'm not doing this for fame. Fuck fame. Fuck. I mean, you know what I mean? If I could make some money off it, cool. Whatever. I got a family at the end of the day like everybody else.
that would be ill, right?
But the fact that, you know what I mean, I got to meet the Snow Goons all the way in fucking Germany. The fact that I got to meet Rusty Jux and all these people I grew up listening to, it was worth the journey. You know what I mean? And with this
Hell yeah.
show, that's what I'm able to do. I'm able to bring people like you that, I mean, you have plenty of shit. I don't even have to say it like you needed the promo. But as far as me, I
You
feel
can
like
say it. You can
do.
say it. You can say it.
I mean, well, because you got mad videos up, you got mad music out. So it's like,
Yeah.
I can't say like you're new to the game of sight. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these other
No.
niggas. But at the same time, like I was saying though, it's well worth it because first off, I'm community based. So you from my area. You're not
Right.
technically from, but you're from my area. Like if I wanted to go
Yeah.
chill with you right now, I'd go drive. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I
We're
want to bring
close.
people like you out here that deserves that opportunity. Like I feel like a lot of talent like you gets unlooked. Like you don't make it above whatever you want to call it, their bar
Yeah.
set or some shit. But if you listen to the fucking shit you be spitting, bro, like You're like on some real shit. You like you are like if cannabis and the moral technique were the same person. Like that's how I feel when I listen to your shit because you got the political shit, but you got the smart shit, and it's like you elaborate your bars too. So it's like
Ooh,
yeah, that's all I'll say. It's a crazy ass motherfucking
ooh,
combination, bro. But
man. Ooh.
it's like
Yo,
if
yo,
you
yo,
listen to them
yo.
albums,
It's definitely a combo. I'm definitely a combo guy. Cause like, so look at me right now, yo. I got a House of Pain sweatshirt and a Brother Ali hat. Like, I love them equally. I love that
her.
equally. And like, I'm as funky as I am fucking like, we could say I do like intellectual kind of songs. Like, I want to make you think, but then I also want to puff some tree with you maybe too. And then I want to maybe like share some really deep, vulnerable stuff that you're not going to hear from anyone else that's doing underground rap. Cause honestly, that's how I am as a person, man. I like talking about like what you don't want to talk about. And people don't like me for that. They love me or hate me for it. But I mean, that's like my music, man. It's like you love it or you don't really get it. And it's okay. It's not for you, man. Like I listen to music, like you said, like Cannabis and Immortal Technique. Like if you don't know who those people are, then you don't know where I'm coming from. And like, that's okay though. Like that's okay. But maybe if you're interested, check it out, man. Check this shit out. Like I'll say one thing that bugs me sometimes is like, I don't know what it is. I think it's like a defense mechanism. Yo, Miranda writes, mwah, that's my girl. Yo, honestly,
Peace.
not to change the subject, but yo, now that she's tuned in, man, check out Miranda Wrights. She was just on Forbes.com for her latest song, which is called Winning Season. And she just had like a bunch of snowboarders featured in there. She's sponsored by Burton. She just hit the slopes today. I saw her actually. I ran into her at the gas station. I was getting a Dutch. But anyway, yeah, but yo, shout out to her and her family, man. And they brought me to that show this on Thursday, and where I got to meet Grandmaster Caz and see her perform her new tracks. And she, that's the most hip hop shit I've done like since the last time I chilled with her and went to her. Like she opened up for like Rakim one time, and like I got to go
That's crazy.
backstage. Yeah, like, whew, man, like hip hop is the best, man. It really is.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
yo, and she's like a blessing in my life. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke with Miranda next time I chill with her. I'll pass that, no
Like I
doubt.
said, it's a beautiful thing to have people backing you and behind you. See,
Yeah,
not
that's
even
important.
behind
That's important, man. Me and Miranda talk about that all the time, because like that's what we really bond about is like how hard it is to really pursue this and how alone you can feel. You know what I mean? And that's what I was talking about too. Like I like getting deep on certain songs and talking about that kind of stuff because like it's hard, man. It's hard to be yourself in this world and to be an artist and have everybody have an opinion. Everybody has an opinion, especially about rap. It's like because everybody thinks they know something about rap, but really it's like most of them don't know jack. You know what I'm saying?
you.
Like Jack. And like and that's what I'm saying. People have a defense mechanism sometimes where they'll like send me songs and stuff, and it's like, who you talking to, yo? This is the one thing I got like I'm an expert at. And, like I know this shit. You don't gotta show me shit. I saw that like last week when everybody else posted it. That's mainstream to me. You know? What you think is underground is like scratching the surface of what is underground hip hop to me. Like, yo, shout out to Cannabis because he just dropped an album on Friday. I don't know if you heard One Step Closer to Infinity. He got K Solo on there. He got Jurassic 5 on there. Yo, there's some of those. I listened to it with my homie Paul, and I had to stop it, and I was just like, yo, this, and we agreed. He's an alien. Yo, he's an alien. And yo, he said this one line.
Yo,
I can't quote it exactly, but just like one line, and it's like the simplest line he's ever said in his life. And he was like, so if you've listened to this rhyme, you've already interfered with time. And I'm just like, okay, it's just different. If you listen to this rhyme, you've already interfered with time. And it's just like, just the simplest thing he's ever said. And I'm just saying, like, there's different kinds of levels to lyricism. And it's like, I get it. Like, certain stuff's not going to, be on your radar. But, like, Cannabis just dropped an album. Ill Conscious just dropped an album on the same day. And, like, Ill Conscious's album is incredible. It's like, I always knew he was the illest. But, like, that just proves it, yo. Like, and the beat selection, too. Like, honestly, it humbles me. It humbles me, bro. And being around Miranda Wrights at that event humbled me in the best way. I love that. And I was reading Will Smith's book, and he talks about after he had a success with the Fresh Prince, and parents just don't understand, like his next album flopped, he got too comfortable, and then like everybody was kind of treating him like he was a has-been. And this is before the show or nothing, before he acted. And he started going to Hollywood and around these parties where he was the most irrelevant person in the room. And he said that's the best thing that he ever did. Like be the least important person in the room and go from there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up, man.
that's what keeps you humble. It keeps you humble
Yeah,
to always put yourself behind people. Because at the end of the day, you could be ahead of people, but it might not work out for you as well. Because you know what I mean? If you think like you know everything and shit, at the end of the day, you're gonna get caught on it eventually. But at the same time, it's like you're never gonna learn. You're never gonna learn if you always say you're better than somebody or you're set in
yeah,
your ways where you feel like you couldn't do better. So you know what I mean?
right,
It's good to
exactly.
be
Like
humble.
there's always room to improve, and Will Smith said in the book too is like his grandma told him like like treat everybody well because you never know who you're gonna treat everybody well on the way up because you never know who you're gonna pass on the way down, kind of thing. You know what
Very
I'm saying?
true. Very
Because
true.
like it's hard, people can get there, but to stay there, I mean, look, everybody that's done it had to like go down and back up and fight first and change something up, like. But you know,
Well,
it's not
you know
easy
what
for
it
anybody.
is. You know what the saying is, and I still believe it. It's what was that fucking saying, yo? Oh, you only win when you lose. Now,
Right,
it is obviously a double-edged sword, a catch-22, or paradox, whatever the fuck you want to call it, but
right.
it makes perfect sense because you're not going to learn unless you have a failure. You're not going to learn
Hmm.
anything. So if you're
Absolutely.
constantly winning, the problem with always constantly winning is when you do lose, it's some of the hardest shit to deal with because it might be something you didn't expect to lose. So it's like, but if you constantly lose, it gives you more to appreciate for when you do achieve something.
Oh yeah, you don't take it for granted, and you remember what it was like when it didn't work out, and you know the next time it ain't just gonna happen. You got to work for that too, and it don't stop like every single time. Like that's why I may have mentioned last time, but playing baseball my whole life really taught me how to lose a lot and to fail because to succeed in baseball, you know, 300 batting average, 3 out of 10 times you succeed. That's good. So to deal with that, like to fuck up 7 times out of 10 and to be able to step up the other 3 times and succeed, it's hard. And my dad always said, even during your successes, like I hit a home run or something, be like, all right, now go back on defense, make a play, make it,
Yeah.
or you got your next at bat or the next day, the next game. There's always another at bat. There's always another, role you're gonna have to play, and you could hit a home run and then make an error the next inning and blow it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think baseball helped me to really, get used to not winning all the time, and I don't really win much anyway. But so when I do, I'm like, oh my god. But I got to get better at winning. It's
Yeah.
unfamiliar. Unfamiliar. I want to get more familiar with that. But yeah,
No doubt.
losing is good. And Will Smith said that too in his book. Like you won't learn. You're waiting for that moment, like waiting for everything to line up. It's not going to happen. Like you got to go and mess up and then learn from that. So
Yep.
yeah,
Exactly. So the only true way to win is to lose at
yeah,
first. You know what I mean? Until you can figure yourself out and get yourself to that point. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's plenty of time in the world. I mean, even though it seems like time is getting shorter for us because of all that's happened, COVID and all that shit, but at the end
hmm
of the day, we still have plenty of life to live still and just live to the fullest. You know what I mean? Participate in your goals, achieve more, want more for yourself. Don't stay stuck in your ways. Don't stay trapped because that's the worst thing you can do for yourself at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, most people probably feel that way. I feel that way from time to time, and it's like usually I'm standing in my own way. I'll just say that. Usually I'm standing in my own way, and my mentality can get me out of that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, being around the right people, man. Some people want the best for you, and you just gotta let them want the best for you. Sometimes people don't want to allow people to, or you know what I mean, or the right. They focus on the wrong people. There's always gonna be something negative to focus on, no matter what. No matter what, there's always gonna be something to focus on negative. And like, I really don't. Oh hell
But
yeah,
here's the thing, though.
hell
My
yeah.
bad, yo. I don't
No,
want
no,
to play the
no.
audio because I don't want them to. I don't want them to be like, yo, Instagram, yeah, whose music are you playing is not yours. Yeah, let's just steal your shit. Let's just hijack you. Like that's how the
Oh
Instagram
man,
shit
that's
is.
crazy. Really, that's what it's like.
I I can play the video though, but like, yeah, I mean, because even if they did recognize you and I was to be like, well, that's our music and shit, it'll take them forever to get back to you, and I don't got that time or patience to
Right.
like sit here and wait for that. Like, especially not when I'm building shit and
No, this
doing
is
shit.
dope. This is dope. I saw you do that with some of the other interviews you're doing. You had like some of the music on with Shabam Shadiq, and yeah, man, it's so dope, man.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it's
trying to do something different. I mean, I'm not motherfucking, you know what I mean, rich out here. I don't got millions of dollars to invest in myself. You know what I mean? I'm a father figure. I got responsibilities, but I do what I can. If I can even showcase a little bit of the footage, at least enough so people can watch it and even go. I want them to go to YouTube, check it out.
Yeah,
Click,
check it out, man.
support.
Especially this one, Monetary Minds, the title track. And if I could just talk about this for a second, we did this video in New Jersey, I think in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and my homie Paul, who filmed all my videos last year, that besides the DX Films one, all the videos I edit, like I edited this one, I edit like most of my videos. That's something people don't know, but like I edit like most of my videos, and that's a tedious thing, takes a lot of time. But my homie usually films it, and this time his homie filmed it, who's a barber in Elizabeth, and he did. I don't know if you saw my song "Radio Face" I did in the summer. It's like a funky track I did. I'm wearing like baseball jerseys and like get my hair, like get my like facial hair lined up, and he gave me a haircut in the video. But he filmed this video, that guy. So his name Danny. Shout out to Danny. He's my homie's barber. He's not my barber per se because he doesn't live around the corner. But every time I go down there, he shapes me up better than anybody. You know, he does it mad nice. But yeah, he filmed this video. Did a great job. You know, he's a visual dude too. You know, he loves hip hop too.
It's dope, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And the fact that for those that when you do listen to this track, it's fire. You got the big pun in the hook and the intro. You know what I mean?
That's what I heard right away. I heard that right away. The harsh realities of life. That's what I was gonna call harsh reality. The harsh realities of life. You know what I mean? But damn, yeah, this track sets the tone, bro. And like, this is an abandoned school building. That was an abandoned school building right next to his apartment at the time. And he was going to barber school. He wasn't even a barber yet. Shout out to him. He moved from Florida. He's a football player. Played at Bryant University with my homie Paul. And that's how they met. And then he ended up going there to be a barber with nothing, bro. He went to school, didn't have anything figured out, but helped me out with this video, man. But yeah, this song is ain't no joke. I remember my ex-girlfriend told me, man, that song's an onslaught. And I was like, yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
shit bump.
Yeah.
That shit bump, bro. Like, when you first said it, see, that's what I'm saying, though. It was a fucking chain of cause or whatever you want to call it. Like, this shit, the cause and effect, because I heard that first joint. I'm like, nah, fuck this, yo. We gotta do a whole project type shit. Like, it didn't matter what was going on because the way it went with everything, what you're saying, the raw fucking energy of it too. Like, it was fucking phenomenal, bro.
Hey,
like,
look at my face. You can see it in my face right there. I'm going in as hard as I could.
This is probably one of the only times I've seen you in a video looking mad pissed aside, like you about to mollywop somebody. So like, because all your other joints, you usually try to stay comedic. The only other one I can remember that was kind of similar was the Poverty State of Mind. But
right, or like,
you handled yourself differently in that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yo, that beat though, man, that beat is so raw and hard, bro. I mean, honestly, that's the one that was like, all right, full album, like you're saying. And once I wrote that, I was like, this is the like direction I'm going with this album. And at that time, even to this day, like I never did nothing like that. That album.
See, that's how fresh that shit was. You had the motherfucker. I remember that. You had the fucking marketing point at the end of the video.
Yeah,
but like
that one had a decent amount of views,
crazy.
Right? That one did pretty well. That has a good amount of views, right?
I mean, it looks like he's got a couple thousand, a couple. Like,
yeah.
Like
yeah, and that's all organic, you know what I mean? That's not hard to, I mean, that's not easy to do. Like, that's all organic. Like I said, my homie's holding the camera. I'm editing it myself. I recorded a lot of those tracks on my own. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said.
I will say this, before my bad, not to cut you off, but before I forget what I was going to say, I appreciate the fuck out of you, bro. Because you know how many artists I've worked with that did not put my fucking name in anything. They didn't put me in the fucking title. They didn't put me in the video, like nothing. I mean, I'm not asking for much, you know what I'm saying? But if someone comes to you and be like, yo, that beat is dope or some shit, you don't tell niggas where you got the beat from. I found that mad shady. Like, and that's what happens to a lot of us producers. I'm pretty sure my homie 88 Blessings and Mill Honesty, I'm pretty sure they feel the same way. They produce. And you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate you for that because you put my name in the actual video too. So
of course, man.
I mean, I appreciate
to be honest, I'm used to, like I said last time, I'm used to producers I work with not even wanting their name attached to my shit, and that's offensive to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I work harder than any MC that you're gonna work with. I work harder than any MC you're gonna work with on your production, and that's how you're gonna treat me. Like, I've been told that. Like, I've been told, oh, I don't want that popping up in my search results. I'm like, damn, bro. All right. But with you,
motherfucking hate. That's crazy.
I mean, how do you not take that personal, you know? But that's what you got to deal with in this hip hop shit, stuff like that. It's like, oh, I put my whole being into this, and then that's your response, and it's like, fuck. And then I see what they're doing instead, and I'm like, oh, it makes sense now. Like you're doing some Soldier Boy shit, you know?
Yo,
It's like, okay, but yo, I'm glad that when you type in Supreme the Almighty, I come up. I'll just say that. So like, I'm honored to have you, your name affiliated with mine, because you know, you wanted that, and that's what I want too with the people I work with. You know, you take that, you would think that that would be the case all the time. It's not, you know. So thank you.
Yo, definitely shout out to Jamil Honesty, the homies, 88 Blessed. Yo, definitely I want y'all to try to connect too, man. After the show, try to connect with each other, 'cause my niggas make some fire ass beats, and I know you would definitely go good with the shit they got. I'm just putting it out there, no shameless plug, you know what I mean? That's family and shit. But
no doubt, man.
back to what we was talking about though. This song, like there was two different versions to it. A lot of people may not have known that. There was the original, which had I kind of chopped up the OC shit. An OC quote, and we made it into the hook for the original. But then when we
Born to Live, the Born to Live song by OC, the hook on Born to Live. Yep.
We chopped that shit up and it went fucking perfect. But then we switched it up to this version, which is the video version.
Yo,
which
speaking of chopping it up, my bad. Speaking of chopping it up, my man Paul is chopping that wood like a slave. Yo, I make fun of him. Yo, he's too good at it. Yo, honestly, that man works hard as fuck. He grew up like doing construction. His dad runs a construction company, and I worked for his dad. Yo, that shit's hard as nails. And like, it's funny because like we did that video, like Poverty State of Mind. I was kind of making fun of him, and I ended up working that job and doing the same shit that we're doing in that video. It was tough. Like, yo, sorry, but he was chopping that wood like too good. But sorry, sorry, bro. It's like. It's real life, bro. My music's about real life. Like, yo.
Why this is still running, yo? Why don't you spit some bars off of it? Like, just give them a little taste of it.
Of this track? Okay.
Yeah,
let me. What has the verse? The second verse.
Yo,
I got it. I can't lie. I'm embarrassed of my own rep. I'm 25 and ain't living on my own yet. So I don't got a job when I don't pay my own rent and still can't get out of my student loan debt. And next year I got no help from parents and won't be covered anymore under the health insurance. Felt the urgence for some self-assurance plus the financial security your wealth determines. I don't know exactly. I can rap along to it, but I got some other shit. I got something else I can spit for you.
Spit the hook to that shit though right quick.
Nothing but regrets in the retrospect. Nothing left. Fuck, man.
Yo, it's all good, yo. You on the spot, nigga. It's all good.
It's hard. Nothing but regrets in the retrospect. Another check gets spent as the debt collects. So I rhyme like every word in the thing. Fuck.
Yo,
nothing but regrets in the retrospect. Another check gets spent as the debt collects. Nothing left but regrets as the debt collects. Another check gets spent as the debt collects. And then nothing but regrets in the retrospect. Another check gets spent as the debt collects. And we forget we're blessed. I know it ends like that.
Nah, that shit is hot though.
You got me wanting to spit something else now though, man. I got something else ready for you. I don't know when.
Yo, I know you got some shit, yo. I've been waiting for you to drop some bars, yo. Let everybody hear what you got. That fire, yo.
You want to hear some shit, man? All right. This is a song I realized I want to do a part two to this verse about, because it's about all my influences, like about 10 years ago when I first started rapping. And you can hear, like, I've been an underground fan my whole life. But nowadays, I could, like, add 100 plus more MCs that influence me in groups since I've learned more about hip-hop. But this one, it's called The One. Ready? Hey, yo, imagine my voice is good with the headphones in? You can hear my voice?
Yep.
Everything good? All right, yo. Imagine a rapper so motivated and innovative that he studied every lyricist from past to the present, listened to the tracks and the sessions and adapted the methods, devised a plan that would someday eliminate his opponents, experimented with characteristics, traits, and components, then combined the attributes into one whole different stature, resulting in Static's creation as the ultimate rapper. I'm like Cool G Rap the way that I be rhyming so lyrically, self-titled and apathy, displaying violence so vividly. I'll rate the rugged man when he's defying the industry, mixed with Big L when it comes to his punchlines and delivery. I'm Joel Ortiz the way I leave your vocals embedded. embarrassed. I'm Chuck D from Public Enemy with social awareness. I'm like Crocodile, lyrical assassin to watch as I've been rapping a lot with the spiritual passion of Pac. I'm like Ill Bill, equipped with higher knowledge and crime themes. I'm rocking with the words and diabolic with rhyme schemes. My flow's a mix between the thugs in Harlem and the Bloods in Compton. Dominance of army of the pharaohs, I'm a fucking problem. I'm 5'9", the way I murder tracks like a savage. And Raz Kaz when I say commercial rappers are maggots. I'm like Raekwon, the rappers are maggots. Compare me to the game the way that I'm constructing a dream, and compare me to Bun B because I'm a fucking machine. I got Raekwon's fascination and obsession with criminals mixed with big puns, pace of rapping, and attention to syllables. I got counts amounts of tracks and rhymes as dirty as Jay-Z. My constant verbals are crazy and controversial as shady.
Unfortunately, you're gonna, that shit was fucking fire, but we gonna have to run it. We have to run it back, and for some reason your foot is cut, like right in the beginning portion. But I want to hear that shit again, because that shit was fucking fire, yo.
Damn, do you think I should take the headphones out? Or is that nothing to do with it?
I think it was your video, like your video cut. Like it wasn't the mic or anything. It was,
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Wait, or how does this sound? Does this sound better or no?
Yeah, that sounds good too. I mean, whatever works. I think it's just the footage, like the Wi-Fi or some shit.
All right, word. Ready?
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, imagine a rapper so motivated and dedicated to making a style of rap so creative and innovative that he studied every lyricist from past to the present, listened to the tracks and their sessions and adapted their methods, devised a plan that would someday eliminate his opponents, experimented with characteristics, traits, and components, then combined their attributes into one whole different stature, resulting in Static's creation as the ultimate rapper. I'm like Cool G Rap the way that I be rhyming so lyrically, self-titled and apathy, displaying violence so vividly. R.A. the rugged man when he's defying the industry, mixed with Big L when it comes to his punchlines and delivery. I'm Zorel Ortiz the way I leave your vocals embarrassed. I'm Chuck D from Public Enemy with social awareness. I'm like Crocodile, lyrical assassin to watch as I've been rapping a lot with the spiritual passion of Pac.
My bad. I had to mute myself because.
You can hear it?
Yeah. Go ahead, man. My bad.
All right. I've been rapping a lot with the spiritual passion of Pac. I'm like Ill Bill, equipped with higher knowledge and crime themes. I'm rocking with the words and diabolic with rhyme schemes. My flow's a mix between the thugs in Harlem and the Bloods in Compton. Dominance of army of the pharaohs, I'm a fucking problem. I'm 5'9", the way I murder tracks like a savage. And Raz Kaz when I say commercial rappers are maggots. Compare me to the game the way that I'm constructing a dream, and compare me to Bun B because I'm a fucking machine. I got Raekwon's fascination and obsession with criminals mixed with big puns, pace of rapping, and attention to syllables. I got counts amounts of tracks and rhymes as dirty as Jay-Z. My constant verbals are crazy.
Now, let's try one more time. It's all good because I can edit everything together later on. But like,
okay.
I don't know what happened. As soon as you start respitting that verse all over again, it's like my fucking phone melted or some shit. Like,
it's that SpyNet shit, bro. It's that SpyNet. They're watching it, man.
I'm gonna edit it nice though. So like we're still straight. I mean, at least people are getting to hear it live, and I'm gonna be able to edit this shit later. But yeah, definitely, yo. I guess I would say let's run it back one more time.
Okay, no
because
doubt.
this shit is fire, and I don't want to miss that. So yeah, let's run that shit back.
Between the two, would you say with the headphones in or not? Is there a difference? Do you know one's better than the other?
With the headphones, it sounds a little more clear, but it's almost equivalent, to be honest with you.
No, I think it's actually better with the headphones in because I can hear myself. All right, let me see. Let's do this one more time. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, if this one doesn't work, maybe I'll do another verse because maybe it's the verse. Got a curse on it. All right, yo, no joke. Check. There's a story behind this verse. I did this verse a cappella once in my life. At a show at St. Joe's. We were playing baseball. I was at Fordham University playing baseball like my junior year, and I was really taking rap serious. And my homie Sam Brown, who did my Proceed with Caution video as a school project, which I did good that video. He set up the show for me along with my homie Zoo, who's in the Lion and the Wolf with me. That's my homie Zoo, part of the Passion Collective. You know, that's my man. They set up the show for me, and I literally left the hotel room at Fordham University with the team. They all went out to eat dinner after the game, and I got picked up by my homies, and we went to the show, and I fucking tore it down. It was like the first live show like I've ever like done like in another city or, you know, where nobody knew me, and I fucking killed it. And I almost thought they were being sarcastic. The fans, I thought the fans were being sarcastic, the people in the crowd, because they liked it so much. I was like, are they being obnoxious? because I was like so
Word.
not used to that, and I was like insecure probably too, to be honest. I was like insecure, and like they loved it, and then I did this verse, and like it was a rap after this. But yo, this verse called The One, you can check it out. It's on my Suburban Truth mixtape. But yeah, these are all my influences when I was like 18 years old, right? I'm 30 years old now, but this is like an 18-year-old verse. Ready? Check it. And yo, imagine a rapper so motivated and dedicated to making the style of rap so creative and innovative that he studied every lyricist from past to the present, listened to the tracks and their sessions and adapted the methods, devised a plan that would someday eliminate his opponents, experimented with characteristics, traits, and components, then combined their attributes into one whole different stature, resulting in Static's creation as the ultimate rapper. I'm like Cool G Rap the way that I be rhyming so lyrically, self-titled and apathy, displaying violence so vividly. I'm a Ray the Rugged Man when he's defying the industry, mixed with Big L when it comes to his punchlines and delivery. I'm Joel Ortiz the way I leave your vocals embarrassed. I'm Chuck D from Public Enemy with social awareness. I'm like Crooked Eye, lyrical assassin to watch, cause I've been rapping a lot with the spiritual passion of Pac. I'm like Ill Bill equipped with higher knowledge and crime themes. I'm rocking with the words and diabolic with rhyme schemes. My flows as if you mix the thugs in Harlem with the Bloods in Compton, dominance of army of the Pharaohs. I'm a fucking problem. I'm 5'9" the way I murder tracks like a savage and Raz Kaz when I say commercial rappers are maggots. Compare me to the game the way that I'm constructing a dream, and compare me to Slaughterhouse cause I'm a fucking machine. I got Raekwon's fascination and obsession with criminals mixed with Big Pun's pace of rapping and attention to syllables. I got counts and amounts of tracks and rhymes as dirty as Jay-Z. My constant verbals are crazy and controversial and shady. I'm like Jadakiss against the media cynical bias. Jedi Montrix the way I'm causing residual riots. NWA advocating formidable violence and immortal technique when it comes to political science. I'm like outer space the way that I astonish secession. I'm like AZ when I'm rapping with the calmest complexion. Then like Vinny Paz with raw anger and pompous aggression. And Joe Budden with self-reflection and honest expression. I'm like Biggie cause I desire notorious Benjamins. And like Gangstar when it comes to writing stories and messages. I'm a lyricist whose soul ignites and only writes on coldest nights. Plus you know my flow is nice when holding mics like Obi Trice. I'm Wu-Tang Clan with verse methods and stern stability. Eminem's dedication, work ethic, and versatility. I write like Slain when misery and problems arise. With the storytelling ability and knowledge and Nas. I'm terminology and Rex remaining very consistent in cannabis when it comes to vocabulary and diction. Cause I can pencil intelligence with dispensable predicates, exceptional rhetoric with the potential of benefit. I'm the one. I'm the one. You heard me?
Oof. Yo,
I'm
bro,
the one.
I had to fucking mute myself because I didn't want to miss a motherfucking word. And let me tell you something. Yo, that shit was crazy.
Thank you,
That
man.
was crazy, man.
I'm
Like,
glad I
see,
hit it. I'm glad I hit it through too. I was like, I don't want to mess this up, you know. And I'm glad I got my another shot at it because the other two, like I like maybe hesitated a couple times, and maybe that's why I fell out because it's like, no, you got to hit this verse all the way through, no mistakes. So
You had them motherfucking aliens, bro. You know this area, man. Them aliens be floating.
no joke. My sister who lives in this house, because I'm at my sister's house because they got better Wi-Fi clearly than at my place, but they have like surveillance cameras in the backyard, and there was some weird sounds and shit that happened, and it could be some aliens right here. No joke. No joke. We seen some shit on that surveillance camera, and one of my friends showed me some stuff at her front door at her parents' house where some shit shot up in the sky vertically and then horizontally and then disappeared like a ghost, bro. Like, no joke. I seen some shit. I read some stuff. Like, there's stuff going on in the sky that we're gonna find out about pretty soon, I think, to be honest with you. Or I don't know if they're gonna tell us the truth about it or what, but yeah, I wouldn't rule it out, bro.
Well, have you ever read Behold a Pale Horse?
Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Yo, check this out. Check this out.
I gotta
bro.
ask.
Check this out. Son.
Oh shit, yo, you just blew my fucking mind.
It's right in my backpack right here. And no joke, you're gonna produce the album with this information. You understand
you
me?
better fucking believe it.
All right, that's my plan at least. That was my plan at least. And yo, I read all of it. I literally finished it the day before our interview last week. And all that's left in it right now is like documentations. And like, I read everything William Cooper wrote. This is all the proof and the evidence. And like, I still gonna go through all this, but look at this. You know what I'm saying? Yo, they're probably gonna cut our shit anytime now. You know,
I'm gonna say this though. I am going to say this.
Look at this shit, bro.
It is so fucking crazy, bro. Like, I don't even understand how I was able to telepathically know what was next to you. That's the fucking craziest shit ever. I had a feeling. Let me mention Behold a Pale Horse because of what you were previously talking about with the aliens and shit. And in that book, it specifies that we've been met aliens, and that's how we got the shit we got. So it's fucking crazy, bro. Like
exactly. This guy was assassinated for releasing this information. This is William Cooper right there. And this, this is our album. This is our next album, bro. Because
he was an ex-CIA agent, so yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly, bro. Yo, it's some wild shit. And like, I took notes on the whole thing, bro. I did. I took notes. I got like 3 fucking little, here, I got these things right here. I write in these now. I used to write in a journal or like a notebook. Now my favorite is these things. They got like, look, NWO. This is my notes right here, bro. I took mad notes on that book, and yo, that information I planned. I'm like, whose beats could I put this information over? I'm like, what would we do after a Monetary Minds anyway? It would be this. That was my thought. Like it would be this shit. Like the real fucking. Let's dig deep. This book came up so many times in my life. I'm like, yo, I'm supposed to read this. You know, I'm supposed to. And like, I talked to Razkaz about it when I met him. I met him twice. I mentioned it one time. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I was supposed to read it, and I'm a big Ill Bill fan and all that. So, yeah, man, I'm trying to learn about the truth as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? And yo, shout out to Amber, my homegirl Amber. Yo, I got some. Yo, Amber, my homegirl. I used to smoke tree with her all the time and listen to hip hop. Remember, we listened to a lot of like funky old school shit as much as Wu-Tang Clan, and she loved Brother Ali. I'm wearing Brother Ali right now, Amber. She loves Brother Ali. I gave her CDs of Atmosphere, Brother Ali, and like. So like hip hop has always bonded me with my random people that become close with me in my life that want the best for me. And she's one of them, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to her, man. But yeah, Behold the Pale Horse, man. Got it right here. I just fucking, yeah.
It's just crazy because yo, like I was saying, like I tell people around the way, I feel stupid sometimes saying it, but it's me. And I feel like there's like when you build with people. And if you got the certain kind of like thing with the people you're building with, it's like you can almost read their thoughts, you can almost feel their energy, and that's why I'm saying it's crazy how that just happened. I didn't even know you had this shit. I previously thought you've been ready or some shit, but I didn't know it was sitting right fucking next to you when I asked you if you read the book. So that's that shit is crazy, bro. Like
yeah. I mean, I wasn't gonna bring my backpack, and then I wanted to bring my charger just in case. And I was rushing out of the house because I'm like, I don't want to leave you waiting. And because I was actually rehearsing that verse that I just did. No joke. I was like, I want to get this verse done because I haven't done that in years. But I'll be honest, I went to dinner like with my parents because I like helped shovel around the house a little bit. My dad got surgery on his foot recently and stuff. But we went to dinner, and then I was only had like an hour before our interview. And I'm like, I tried to rehearse that verse, and I'm glad I got it down because I was like, fuck, I'm going to fuck it up probably. But then I ran out of the house. I grabbed the charger, put it in the bag, and then you happen to say that. I'm like, yo, I got it right here, actually.
It's crazy, yo. Like I'm saying, like it's like
I wanted to bring it up to you, but I was like, to be honest, I was like, I don't want to force you to do another conceptual album if you wanted to just do some bar shit, which I would like to do too. Just some like non-conceptual stuff where it's just, you know, we're doing some underground hip hop and getting some features maybe on your beats with other underground artists like Skanks and all the people who like respect me and know me, and like it's organic, you know what I'm saying? And you have connections, I got connections. I would love to do that too, and we should do that. And maybe it'd be good because I don't like writing conceptual song after conceptual song. Like I like usually breaking it up. If I do a really conceptual song, I'll do a fun one and then an emotional one and then bring it back around to the hardcore and then conceptual, like whatever, you know? So I'll be down to work on another one that's not about Behold the Pale Horse, but I think your production and the fact that you just brought it up and we're talking about it, I think in my mind, I planted the seed that you were going to do it. So without telling you, until that.
Yo, so, ain't nobody gonna motherfucking believe this when they run this back. Like what just happened?
Yeah, I must have pulled that out in like 2 seconds.
They're gonna think we planned this shit, but this shit is just my mind is just fucking blown right now. How you wanted me to produce something about Behold the Pale Horse. I mentioned it. You had the book right next to you, and I didn't even know you read the shit yet. So it's like this is crazy. I can't wait to watch this later on when we run it back because this is interesting. But
no doubt, it'll be promo for the album when it's ready. Like whenever that happens, if or when we do it, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah,
I mean, hopefully. But I will say this right now for future events, yo. if this video does not make it up for whatever purpose, and it wasn't mean it wasn't him, then you know what the fuck happened. They saw that Behold a Pale Horse book, and it's done. Nope, this man is getting shadow banned for the rest of his life.
Yo, yeah, you're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong.
So, but yeah, so all right, so let's get back into some of these videos though. You had them bars though, man. Had me motherfucking tripping.
Oh, no doubt. Thank you, man. Yo, I knew for this interview with you, I'm like, I feel like this verse would be perfect for that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I like to cater shit for specific events, like for certain performances. I never do the same set list usually. It's always like, all right, if I'm doing an underground show, I'm gonna bring out some of these Monetary Minds tracks live. You know, and that's a whole different tone than when I'm like with adults in like, or I rap in my grandma's church. If I'm rapping at the church, I'm not gonna do most of our stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But like, it's cool that I'm able to do the biggest range of like, I can rap for just white people or the hardest like hip hop people that know about the culture. Like, I respect the shit out of it. So like, I know my place. You know what I'm saying? And like you were saying, like you see me at the places, like I can mesh with the real hip hop heads, and like I'm glad I can, because like that's always who I've always been, and like they seem to make me feel more at home than people I grew up with. Most people I grew up with, you know.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But now I'm realizing it is fortunately, because like I'm starting to reap the benefits of it, and like it was hard, but like now, yo, peace to Icon to God. He's one of the people I've met on my journeys in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for tuning in. Icon the God is a super dope lyricist. You know what I'm saying? He's a dope battle MC and also a dope artist. Shout out to MC Bravado, connected me with all the people down there. We've done mad shows down there. That's why I met Dirt Platoon. I know you're down with Dirt Platoon and all the Ill Conscious.
Yeah,
and
shout out to all the homies out of Baltimore. Bill Honesty, you know what I mean? Rap Almighty, Dirt Platoon,
J Royale,
Conscience, J Royale, all the fam out there. Shout out to them. They hold it down.
Yeah, Icon the God for sure, man. We got a track called what the fuck's it called? Something with the Gods with MC Bravado on his Water for Hangovers album, all by Militant Marksman. That album's dope. That's a straight boom bap album. I'm on there 4 times, kind of like Ghostface is on Only Built for Cuban Links with Raekwon. Like I'm kind of on that shit, like 4 different tracks. I love that. So me and Bravado, when we connected, it was like a mutual love for that boom bap, super lyrical shit. You know, he's a fucking brainiac with his bars, and so is Icon the God. You know, he's one of those guys that would jump on the track with us and make us really push our pen. You know what I'm saying? Gods recognize gods. Check out that track, y'all. Gods recognize gods. Check that out. That beat is sick too with Marksman. You would like that one, Supreme. But yeah, that's a good track right there. Thanks for writing the title.
I'm check it out, yo.
Hell yeah.
Show I'm definitely check it out. But back to this joint though, right quick.
Hell yeah,
man. Like you know, yo, like I think you was one of the first cats I've worked with that had like the Marvel effect, where you can't leave the theater until you watch the complete end of shit. Because when y'all got shot at the end of the video, it's like it was unexpected. For those that didn't see this video, this man was performing his shit and he got shot at with, I'm pretty sure it was a motherfucking rifle. Somebody shot at you and your boy while y'all was filming this video, and at the end of this video, it shows y'all getting shot at. So it was definitely a Marvel effect, because, you know what I mean, if you skip through and don't watch the end, you're going to miss that. And that was a very dope gem to know, because it just goes to show what your lanes are to achieve your hip-hop. You know what I mean? Yeah,
no doubt. And for this song, too, this is such like a spiritual, deep song. For me to get shot at for trying to do this, it's just like, what the fuck, you know? It just did not expect that. As much as you don't expect it when you watch the video, we didn't expect it in real life, man. But we did trespass. You know, I gotta be honest. We trespassed for the scene to get on the top of the mountain. It was snow out. It was beautiful. We live in a valley. We're Warwick Valley, so we got mountains surrounding us. You know what I'm saying? It's a dope scenic area. That's where I live. I'll be honest. We do shrooms. We trip acid out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? We smoke a lot of tree. But hip hop is like part of what we like, but it's not. I'm like a rarity around here, you know. I'm like a hip hop extremist. I don't care where I was born, I'd be this way. I'll just say that. And they say that about Larry David. They're like, no matter where Larry David was born, he is who he is. No one's gonna change. I feel like I'm the same way. He's a huge influence on me too. I love Curb Your Enthusiasm, Seinfeld, Larry David, like huge influence on me. But yeah, like we were doing that video. We trespassed. I'm walking up there to where I'm walking there, and to go up the top of the hill. We did the verses. and then the motherfucker shoots a fucking rifle at us, and I don't know where it landed. You know, I'm sure it was a warning shot. I would hope it wasn't anywhere near us, or maybe it was I don't know if he shot a blank or what the fuck it was. But yo, he cocked the shit again and said, "You want another one?" And look, I'm putting my hands up, like, you know, and my friend is like, my friend John Giannino, who shot all the videos, well, most of the videos at this time with me, he was like, excuse me, works too. Like, so the guy,
yo, when he said that shit,
yeah,
that shit
hilarious.
was bad funny, yo.
Hilarious, yeah, exactly. That's why I'm glad he kept the camera on too, because yo, he wasn't even scared. I'll be honest, he don't give a fuck, that kid. He don't give a fuck about anything. He was in Malta last year, like he just took a one-way ticket out there and stayed there for like 6 months. He just makes life up as he goes, so he's great to have because he, you know, he doesn't care about trespassing. That's like doesn't apply to him. Nothing applies to him. So we trespass, we do whatever, we get the shot. We get the shot no matter what. We'll risk our life for the shot. You know what I'm saying? And we did that.
That's
day.
motherfucking hip hop right there, yo.
Yeah.
That's motherfucking hip hop. Just like
yeah.
I don't know if you saw the interview with Smiley the Ghetto Child, my family over there.
Hell yeah.
But
I didn't see the whole thing, but yeah, Smiley, yeah.
Yeah, he mentioned he got shot at his more recent video. Like,
damn.
As he was doing the video, he got shot. So it's like, this is hip hop. Like, I mean, unfortunately, it sucks because, you know, bad things shouldn't happen to good people and bad shit shouldn't happen in general. But this is hip hop. We sacrifice so much. A lot of us sacrifice family, sacrifice girlfriends, relationships, sacrifice a lot of things for this culture. And
yeah.
I consider that to be hip hop. You could be an MC. Anybody could be a motherfucking MC. I'm keeping it real. Anybody could be an MC. But it's how you hold yourself to the hip hop, like, you know what I mean, the overall hip hop idea. Like, you know what I mean? If you out there in the public, you holding it down, you're passing the culture on, you're risking your life to do music videos. All this shit is motherfucking hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing. Like, I appreciate anybody that's willing to go to them lengths for hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to put themselves completely out there, and everybody can judge you, have an opinion about you, and critique you and do whatever, and you just stay true to yourself regardless. Like, I mean, that's what I do very well, and I see other people do it too, and that's what I respect in them too. You know, that's what a true MC is to me, is like them honestly expressing themselves, you know, regardless of what that is. Like, you could rap about the corniest shit, but if that's you, if you're the corny motherfucker, I'll probably love it, you know, because that's like you. Well, I like that old funky shit, like Third Base, MC Search. Like, yo, you don't gotta be the hardest motherfucker for me to respect you. You know, in fact, it's harder to be vulnerable and act a fool sometimes. Like, I'm reading Will Smith's book, and like, you don't think of him as a battle MC, but he came up battling in Philly, and like, yo, you gotta respect his pen too. Like, he's nice with it, and like, I respect that and what he brought, the positivity to hip hop, balance it out. Because on his first tour was with Public Enemy and 2 Live Crew. So you think about that. You got Will Smith, who doesn't curse, and, you know what I'm saying, all positive vibes. And Public Enemy, they were hanging Ku Klux members, like, not literally, but on stage. Like, hanging them every set, like, as part of their act. On the same stage that Will Smith was just on, and then 2 Live Crew comes out talking about pussy and women and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like all three fit under the same show, and the crowd got down with all three of them. And like, that's, to me, what hip hop is at its best, is when you're able to combine unlikely people combinations, and it works, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love that shit. Like Biz Markie and Cool G Rap at the same kind of venue. Like, that would be sick. Like, have both of those, you know, rest in peace to Biz Markie, but you know.
That's what hip hop's all about. Like I said, I feel like hip hop's for the weirdos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ones that don't fit into the popularity shit. They don't fit into the gothic weird, like, you know what I mean, weirdo vampire shit. They don't fit into the nerd shit.
Yo,
like,
no joke, bro. If it's kind of funny. You look at the high school pictures of most of your favorite rappers, man. You could tell they were outcasts. You know what I'm saying? You hear about Big Pun. Like, you hear about Big Pun, and he talks about it in some of his songs about kids like picking on him, making fun of him for wearing glasses and stuff, and like sitting in the back of the class and like, you know what I mean, being, you know what I mean, like, you would think like they were always that powerful, but no, they had to earn that, and like they fought for that respect, and like that's why you respect them, is because, man, look at what they went through to create who they were. You know, Eminem too, you know what I mean? He gets hated on a lot, but yo, he went through a lot to like, and what he represented and went through to pave the way for people like me and kind of stuff like that. But then I also respect Apathy and all those guys. Like, it's not a white black thing either. It's like, I don't care who you are. If you're nice, you're nice, bro. And I like people who treat me that way. And there's a lot of people out there that do, that don't see my whiteness, and they just hear the music and the bars, and that's who they know me for, you know?
They need to get the fuck out of here with all that that color shit. Like, I hate when people do that too. Like, oh, he a white boy, so he ain't got shit. Blah blah blah. It's like, yo, just shut the hell up, man. Like, just fucking listen to what people have to say, because you can hear the dopest fucking hip hop from some of the most unknown sources, or people that you would never expect to be the fucking dopest MC around the way. You'll be surprised, and I hate when people do that. Like, that's not hip hop, man. That's you being fucking stupid. Like, don't don't blame the culture for what your opinion is.
And it's actually it's cool to see that you do the history. Real hip hop was never about that, man. It really wasn't. Like Beastie Boys, that's pretty early on. They were embraced, and like Rick Rubin, and then Third Base and all that. Even House of Pain, like
except Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, but that's
I can't say that shit about Vanilla Ice. You know,
no, I didn't mention him. You know, I didn't mention him. Like, you know, for a reason. I didn't mention him for a reason, and because I don't think of him that way. He's not a true MC to culture. MC Search though, he's like a hip hop encyclopedia. Like that man, like helped put Nas on and OC and like you know, white people that really know their part and know the history and the culture, man, like they've always been embraced. And like I did my research and I understand that, like, yeah, you can't just like be a part of this if you don't understand where it came from. So like,
and the motherfucking Beastie Boys were fire, bro. Like, I don't know why anyone even want to like take it there, because I'm gonna keep it real, and this is my opinion. People might hate, might not. I honestly do feel there is a lot of white rappers that are better than Latinos and blacks. I'm just being real. So it's like, at the end of the day, my opinion won't be biased, because I feel like if you're dope, you're dope. You could be a midget. You know what I mean? You could be like missing an arm. You could be missing both your eyes. None of that shit matters, because if you spit some dope ass shit, you still hip hop. So, you know what I mean?
And even female now too. It's like, you know that girl Chi Noir? Like, there's some female MCs out there. She's down with 38 Special and Ransom. She just put out an album. She got songs with 38 Special and Ransom. She raps with like the best male MCs. And like, yo, you gotta just respect her pen. She's mad nice. And it's like, you gotta get used to that. Like, there's some girls out here too that can spit, and like you gotta respect them too. And like, yeah, it doesn't matter what you look like and any of that kind of stuff. But yeah,
we all equal under the fucking hip hop umbrella, man. There ain't no half stepping. There ain't no.
It's as far as you want to take it, bro. It's as far as you want to take it. That's the cool things about hip hop. It's like there's no rules. You can do whatever you want with it. Like, that's why I did the Uncle Sam album and Monetary Minds and The Joke Theory and Scaring the Neighbors. Those are all different. Far From Free. Those are all different concepts. Like, I do this like as an artist because it is art, bro. It's like, it's the best, man. You can do whatever you want with it, and it lives forever too. That's my favorite part. When I die, you can listen to this shit still. Hopefully, if everything's
I can honestly say, yo, bro, like hip hop is definitely universal, because like at the end of the day, mad countries listen to hip hop. Every different color, race, gender listens to hip hop. So hip hop is the universal language for all of us, because without hip hop, you know what I mean? Me and you might not have linked the way we did as homies, as family. You know what I mean? Because we would have been doing something else. You know what I mean? But this shit brings us all together.
Yeah, you know what's crazy, man? You know what's crazy? Last year, there was when like Black Lives Matter was really like a movement. I mean, not that it is anymore, but it was like very relevant. And like in my town, Warwick, New York, which is very white, you know what I'm saying? There was like, they were doing a poetry thing, poetry against racism, right? And it was open to the public for submissions. And I'm like, I'm gonna write something. And I wrote The Power of Hip Hop. I wrote a poem called The Power of Hip Hop, 226 bars. 226 bars. So, I put my full effort into it. And if you saw my Break the Stigma, like addiction poem, it was like that, but about this topic, about racism. And now hip hop had the power to break down all the division. And it's the one thing that we can all get down with. Like, you go to Wu-Tang Clan show, how many white people are in the crowd, it's crazy. And they go to Japan and they tour all around. We're like, it is universal. And Wu-Tang Clan is like the biggest hip hop movement and the most like arguably important. Like, they are universal, and they will always be. Wu-Tang forever, like forever and ever, like KRS-One, and ever and ever and ever. Like, we will be here forever. Do you get what I'm saying? Forever. Like, he's not joking. Like, he's like that for a reason, because he really believes in that, and he knows it. And he was there when it wasn't believed that it was gonna last at all. It was just like what the kids were doing. Like, yeah, that's not gonna last, but yo, it's here, and it's more powerful than anything. And it's great. Yeah, it's great to be a part of it, and hopefully part of the evolution of it, because I think it's going to a place where, maybe there's room for people to do some shit that ain't been done before with it. And like, I'm one of those people. I would think,
Well, all I can say is, man, you fucking ride a beat. some other shit. You know what I mean? And then the bars you got, the way you
Oh,
rap.
I forgot what I was talking about. Yo, if I could just finish what I was saying. So I wrote the poem for that, The Power of Hip Hop. I submitted it just because you were talking about it doesn't matter if you're white, whatever. It's in Warwick, New York, where I'm from. I swear to God, bro. They wouldn't let me be a part of it because I'm white. I'm not even joking. They asked. The response when I emailed the poem, they were like, this is great, blah, blah, blah. I spoke to the board, but we were just wondering, are you Caucasian?
Oh, shit.
I'm like, yes,
Wow.
I am. Yes, I am Caucasian. Like, and I clearly stated that in the rhyme. Like, I wrote it from a white person's perspective. You know, I clearly am white. I'm rapping it from my perspective. And then you ask me, am I Caucasian? Yes, I'm Caucasian. But the point is, I'm part of hip hop, and like, how many white people love hip hop and grew up listening to hip hop? We didn't see race that way. You know, a lot of people are NBA fans and watch the NFL, and like, you know, like I would like to think root for these people and like are fans of them, and we grew up with Will Smith and people like that. Like, we don't see race like that. Like, why is that even a thing that we're talking about? And that's what my poem was about. Now hip hop had the power to like dead all that shit, and they didn't include me in the event because I'm white. And then they invited me to the event. I went. I shook the people's hands. They were all shook, bro. They're scared of me. And all the other poets were like black and Hispanic, and they rapped or did their poems, and it was like, you know, it wasn't what I was offering. I was offering something different, and they wouldn't allow me to do it because I'm white. And that happened last year. And honestly, it broke my heart, bro. And I like, you know, I held some resentment at first, but then I let go. But I still have that poem. I didn't release it. But yeah, it's called The Power of Hip Hop, and they wouldn't let me do it because I'm white, man. That happened last year.
Yeah, see, that don't make no fucking sense. Like, I don't really want to touch too much on the race subject and shit, you know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
I will say this much, that don't make fucking sense, yo. Like, I understand the Black Lives Matter and stuff, but I feel like we're all together. Like, you know what I mean? Especially because, like you said, you're Caucasian. Okay, whatever.
But yo, I'll be honest,
bro.
I've never been treated that way outside of my hometown. Like, as far as the race thing, like that was like, our town is not predominantly black. Like, for them to even make that decision, like they were just trying too hard to like act like we're not.
Well, I mean, the fact that you're a different race, the fact that you wanted to show them your concern for their well-being, and you also wanted to, like, you were showing exactly your true colors, that you love all colors, you're not, you know what I mean, racist. And the fact that they wouldn't allow you to do it, I think is fucking stupid, because if anything was to break the mold, it would be someone from a completely different race stepping forward for the same cause as everybody else. So it's like you're taking away from the movement if you taking away the major pieces on the chessboard. You know what I'm saying? Because we all play our part. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Your wisdom, and obviously you took time to put into it because you do care about your community, you do care about color, race, and everybody. So I feel like, what's the purpose of that? That sounds like some government shit. That sounds like, well, we don't want you to step in because we're afraid people are going to be like, well, you know
what they did say? You know what they did say? They said, we think that you're going to take away from the other people, and people are going to be like, oh, the white guy had the best poem at the black event kind of thing. That's what they said.
But that's
and it's like, is that your excuse? Is that your excuse? Because I'm too good, you're saying? Like, but either way.
They say it that way.
Yeah. But,
what the fuck? Like, don't be like, oh, well, are you Caucasian? Like, who just asked somebody?
But at the same time, though, Supreme, I was just in Harlem, and like, I was embraced 100% because they knew I had respect for hip hop, and I had it. You know what I mean? Like, so like, I'm not stressing it. That's just Warwick people who are trying to act like they care a lot about black people, and they really don't, probably. You know, like that's like the same. I got shot at by a racist man, probably, who had his rifle. That was in Warwick. That guy who shot at me, like, yo, like, he had a rifle, like, shooting at me for shooting a video. Like, that's the kind of ignorance that exists in your backyard and your neighbors sometimes. And it sucks to even think that that's there. But, you know.
I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real with you. And, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I really don't like to talk about this type of shit because people always find a negative. You have to say.
I didn't mean. So, I didn't mean to bring it up like that.
No. I'm saying, but what I'm saying is what the point is that, like, pretty much, like, we all need to work together at the end of the day. Like, we all should love each other and appreciate each other. Doesn't matter the color, race, whatever. But there's such thing as reverse racism, and I think a lot of people don't understand how that works because we're so focused on all the shit that's happening right now in the world. There's a lot to focus on. But
well,
such thing as reverse.
Yo, we were just talking about Behold the Pale Horse. He talks about them using the media to pin us against each other. And that's exactly what they're doing, and they're succeeding 100%. So that's exactly what happens. It's documented that they plan to do this. They really are doing this. The New World Order is real, and it's happening, and they have us hating one another because if we hate one another, we can't unify and figure out what's really going on. And we're really far from that. And it's working. It's working. And that's just a small example. That's a small example.
What's that saying, though? There's a saying, like, crabs don't want other crabs to rise. So it's like, you know what I mean, to get out the pale shit. So it's like, that's kind of how it is. Like, if like, even me, if I'm a Latino, for instance, you know what I'm saying? I'm Latino. So even if you were to step in and back me up,
right?
You know what I mean, on that race card, what kind of idiot would I be to be like, nah, son, I don't want you to step in because you white? Like,
right.
What the fuck? Like,
without like, yo, just judge me by my words in the poem. Like, judge me by my actions and my efforts. And like, how could you take that and exclude it because I'm white? Like, yo, I get on the surface, like, yo, get to know me first, or, you know, or there was a way to I don't know, there's a way to there was room for me to do it too. Like, I was there at the event and there was mad downtime and time for me to perform, and I was disrespectful. And then I had a friend there, a yoga teacher, who was asked to perform and to speak, and she didn't want to speak. She's like, no, I don't want to speak, but she's Latino. So they kept asking her to speak, insisting her to speak. And she's like, no, I don't want to. And yet they're telling me I can't. And then I told her that. Everyone I was there was like, you got to be joking me. But I went with copies and I handed out the poem to people who were interested. And they all loved it. And it was funny though, because I don't have that many black friends from Warwick, but they were all there and I was chopping it up with all of them. So it was like, they had to feel stupid. Everyone was like, you joking. They laughed. My black friends laughed that I wasn't allowed to perform. Like, they laughed. And I needed that because I'm like, okay, it doesn't reflect on how they feel. Like, you know, that's just these people in charge of this specific group. And that was a lesson learned. Like, I'm going to be rejected. I've lost competitions because I'm white. I clearly was the best rapper at the thing. And I would lose competitions because I'm either white or I'm too lyrical or I don't know what it is. But it's like, I don't win anything. Like, people are threatened by how good I am. And I'm not saying that in a cocky way, but it's like, I don't want to dumb it down, dude. That's how I rap. You heard my verse I just did. Like, that's my style. Like, it's very detailed. It's very intricate. And that's how my brain works. I listen to rap like that all the time. Like, my brain processes that quickly with lyrics, nothing else. I'm not smart in any other way. We all matter, yo. I don't take motherfucking sides. I'll march. I'll march in the Black Lives Matter to support and help my brothers, my family, my people. I'll step into a Latino march for our freedoms. I'll step into a white march if y'all need me to step in. Like, this is how the world's supposed to be. Support system. We're supposed to support each other. You can't be like, one day Black Lives Matter, and then I catch somebody in the store trying to get somebody sent to immigration. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't sit here and, like, this lives matter, but then you out here taking down other races. Nah, man, we're supposed to be positive to all the races. The dark side, my homie Dark Side just said, we all bleed red except those fucking Czechoslovakians, because I'm Italian and Czechoslovakian. Easy, that's mad funny. Before every show, I'd go, Mike Czech, Slovakian, Czechoslovakian, because I'm part Czechoslovakian. But anyway, yeah, that race stuff though, that doesn't discriminate that way. Like, that wasn't a hip hop event. That's why that happened. If it was a hip hop event, that wouldn't happen. That's why I'm involved in hip hop, because we are the future. We don't do that race thing, you know. So I'm glad to be part of that, you know.
We definitely gonna leave that at that. I mean, leave
that.
There's no such thing as color in hip hop. No such thing as color in general. We're all the fucking same. You know what I mean? Like, we should all love each other and treat each other with respect, no matter the fucking race, gender, whatever.
But just to give you a little taste of maybe some of the stuff I've had to overcome in my life and what I'm faced with, kind of being from where I'm from and doing what I'm trying to do. It's not easy, you know. I have to deal with stuff like that. So, you know, that's just a little taste. That's just, you know, a day in the life of SC Static. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Trying to speak.
But you do hold it down, like I said before. So there's no miscommunication for everybody listening that listens in later. This is not a bashing Black Lives Matter. This is not bashing any race.
I'm talking about that specific event. I'm talking about that specific event. And
so I just want to clarify it, so this way nobody come out the wrong way. Because this is not a racial debate and shit. It's just, unfortunately, in hip hop, a lot of this does happen. You know what I mean? Where people get all confused with the races, who should be rapping, who shouldn't, and who deserves this, who doesn't. We all deserve it if you work for it. It don't matter your race, it don't matter your gender. Put in the work and take control of the culture, man. The culture, that's exactly why hip hop's called a culture. It's because it's for everybody. You know what I mean? It ain't just one set gender. Like, we are a culture. We are a unit. We are all supposed to be family. That's why.
Yeah, man. I mean,
this is
like
pretty much
when
what it
Cypress
is.
Hill, you saw when Cypress Hill came out, like that broke barriers, man. To have light skinned Latinos rapping like that, like, dude, there's room for everybody, and that shit is funky as fuck. And we need room for all of that. We need room for every race. The Japanese breakdancers are some of the best in the world. There's DJs all over the planet.
Word.
Yo, I got 2 producers from Ukraine that I'm working with. Like, yo, they love hip hop over there, and they're all white, and yo, they're like me. I feel like, yo, it's like they're like me out there. They dress like me, like kind of bop like me. They like that funky old, like, I'm like, yo, I see myself in them. And like, I got mad love for anybody who's down with hip hop. And we're scattered all over the planet, bro. We are, but that's good. We're in every community somewhere. You can find us in every community. There's always dope MCs in every town, underrated MCs in every town. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. Everybody loves hip hop, bro. And they're lying if they don't. They're lying if they don't, bro. Straight up.
I mean, that's what I said. Everybody deserves a chance to eat. Everybody deserves a chance to shine. Like, we're not gonna sit here and say, like, because somebody's a race, it gives them an automatic pass. That's not how it works. You have to be dope,
That too.
especially in hip-hop.
Right. Exactly. Well, that I'll notice that with white people who aren't really hip hop, they assume that just because somebody's not white that they're automatically like, oh, I'm working. It's like, no, dude, judge everybody by like what they're actually doing, you know? And like, I'll be honest, bro, there's a lot of dope white rappers, there's a lot of dope black rappers, Latinos. Like, I literally don't, like, I listen to Flea Lord as much as I listen to Ito. Like, I listen to a lot of Latin rappers, I'm starting to realize, and I didn't even realize, like, I don't think of it that way at all. You know, but like,
Right. You just go with the flow. Word.
yeah, but I happen to listen to a lot of Latin rap. I'm starting to realize I like, dude, they get the way they flip words on that tongue is a way like.
Yo, we pretty nice too, bro. We pretty nice too. We get us Latinos, we get slept on in the game. Trust.
Yeah,
like, a lot of
yo.
people don't talk about that shit, but trust. Big Pun put us on the map.
Yeah,
but even
that's-
before Big Pun, we had some fly ass rappers. You know what I mean? So yeah, that
Hell
that
yeah.
shit's crazy. Even with the genders though, bro. Like, genders don't matter in hip hop either. I know some of the dopest female rappers that can outshine any male rapper any
Exactly.
day of the week.
Exactly. That's,
So-
that's what I'm telling you. Like that Chi Noir girl. She's down with Trust, like 38 Special Trust and all that. She's like one of them, and she produces now too. She's amazing. And also Lady Rage. Like, you listen to Lady Rage on some of that Death Row shit. Like, yo, she's
Potty
better
B
than.
Fly, yo, fuck it.
Yo, I like Moni
Jean
Love,
Grey, Heather
Jean Grey.
B,
Jean Grey.
Bahama Madia, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, there's
Yeah.
like a huge
You heard of
list
Eternia?
of female.
Eternia? You heard of Eternia? She rapped with
nah.
she rapped with Diabolic. Lord Save Me. You know that song? Like, or something. It's on Diabolic and Apathy. Rap with her. She's worked with like Moss. She has a full album with Moss. She's a dope female MC. But yeah, they're out there, bro. They're out there. I don't discriminate at all, man. I listen to female MCs if they can put it down, man. I'm inspired by anybody who's really bringing it, you know. But yo,
what I'm
at the
saying,
event,
man.
I was just at the event and I saw Raheem from the Furious Five. Eternia's from Canada. He said, "Yeah, dope, exactly. Very hard. Yeah, she's amazing. She could sing too. She's great. She worked with Apollo Brown too.
Yo,
Shout out to
that's the
Apollo
homie
Brown.
LG Rock, yo. Like, he's a legend in this game, yo. Like, y'all should definitely do a track together, man. You go nice.
No
with
doubt.
LG Rock.
Hell yeah, I would love to, man. If you're saying that, then you already know our styles can mesh. So, but yeah, man, a lot of dope MCs out there. Race, color, don't matter. You know,
Exactly.
support it, man. Just
Exactly.
support it if it's dope. Support it if it's dope, man. Yeah, same with like baseball players. It's like anything, bro. You could be nice, but yeah. Next topic, bro. Let's move on from that.
Can't we all get along? Like, what the fuck? Can't we all
Yeah.
just blaze something up, get drunk together, have a little motherfucking powwow,
yo, I said
and do hip hop?
Yeah, I said that even in that song, Man versus God. It's like, can't we all get along from the Bible to the Torah and Islamic Quran and greet each other with the Assalamu alaikum shalom, which you could tell, but now is the reason I'm making this song. You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know? It's religion too. It applies to religion. It's like, you know, I ain't hating on nobody. I got mad people. I got fans in Afghanistan. I got a lot of Muslim fans. And like, be honest, like I get a lot of respect from them that I don't get from other, whatever. I'm not picking one over the other. I belong to hip hop, you know. I belong to hip hop. So I'll leave it at that. It's a spiritual lifestyle too. It is a spiritual lifestyle, man. Hip hop really, it allows you to, I take everything in life and put it in the music. Everything. Even if I'm just a fan bopping to the shit, like that's therapeutic for me, man. I really like hip hop. I'll be honest,
in the motherfucking veins, bro. I'm telling you, it's in the veins.
I do it. I don't turn it off. I don't turn it off. This morning I was bumping Razkaz, and my friend Paul was with me, and then I was like, "Yo, you can leave, man. Don't let me keep you here." But because I just kept going, I could just keep going and going. I don't get tired. I don't get cold. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm freezing." I'm not even cold. Like I love hip hop so much. I don't. My blood's flowing through me. I'm not even kidding, bro. I don't get cold. If I'm in my zone, I don't even feel it. Like I love hip hop. I won't eat. I won't eat for hours. I won't eat the whole day if I'm working on a rhyme. Like I love it that much. I heard Beyonce's like that. Like she would just like forget to eat, forget how many hours go by. You should do whatever you forget. When you forget about time, you should do that. Whatever that is, when you forget about time and you're just doing it and you're getting lost in it. And I try to find time to do that every day. It's hard. It's hard to do that every day. But to find like even just a half hour, just zone out on something that you really love doing and that's 100% you, just do that. But even if you're just sweeping the floor, sweep that shit with some style, man, you know?
Like, yeah, do it up like Turbo, you know what I mean? Like right outside the fucking mom and pop stores. Break dancing with the broom, man.
Exactly. Yo, shout out to my homie Liam Regan. I got a song called Live Like Liam. It didn't come out yet, but I performed it as a memorial. He passed away too young. But he had a poem called The Coffee Dance. And he said every morning he'd do the coffee dance. And like, I forget what the poem is, but like, just that mentality. Every morning he'd wake up and do his coffee dance. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, shout out to Liam, man. That's how you should live. Do that dance every morning. And if you don't drink coffee, do whatever you having, man. You do your shower dance, you sing in the shower, whatever you do, man. Like, I was at the gym in between sets. I was starting to bop a little bit. I was like, why not? You know, starting to bop a little bit. Like after that show, I saw seeing Raheem meeting Grandmaster Caz, and he like let me speak to him and like he appreciated what I said. Asked what my MC name was, and man, that gave me new life.
No doubt. Yo, let's I think we tried to say different than we didn't get a chance to last time.
Okay.
So for all those that have been tuned in this whole time, I've seen some consistency. Do y'all have any questions for SC Static? It don't matter what the question is, as long as we stay in, you know, and wait for whatever you want to call it. Like just ask some kind of questions and shit you got.
Hell yeah. Definitely, man.
All I gotta say is like you deserve to be where you at and even further beyond that. But you know, people need to follow you after the show and follow up on your YouTube, SC Static on YouTube, and definitely follow up. But y'all have any questions and whatnot?
Yeah, put them in the comments, man. Yeah, we did talk about a lot of stuff that probably people wouldn't have known about, which is cool. But yeah, any specific questions, yeah, hit me up. I'll answer them. I'll give you some inside info. Definitely check out all the work that's out, man. I got 9 albums released, 2 mixtapes, 4 duo projects, and 2 EPs. So yeah, check it out. Bandcamp has everything. Bandcamp has everything. Free downloads too. Take advantage because I can't put my mixtapes on Spotify and all that. So if you want free downloads, man, go to Bandcamp. Has everything, discounted prices, and you stream everything for free. All that, but it's a lot of music. You know, break it up into little parts. Each album has a different vibe. So each day there's something that could fit in with what you're probably going through at this point. I probably got a song for that. You know. But
exactly. But yeah, I guess nobody got no questions. I mean,
yeah.
We did cover a lot though, so it's like it should be expected. I mean, but,
no doubt.
But no doubt. But yeah. So what's the newest project you already dropped or that you're about to drop?
But I just put out Uncle Sam on November 25th. That is a very conceptual album. I'm an uncle now. Both my sisters gave birth to a son and a daughter on both sides. Parallel, both had daughters first, then sons. They're all 2 years old and younger. So I'm an uncle of 4. So that sparked the concept in my head. Everyone's like, "Oh, Uncle Sam." And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, that concept just fell in my lap. So I was like, let me explore that a little bit. And then I did some research actually while I was substitute teaching. I substitute for like social studies, and they were talking about immigration. And I just took a couple notes on immigration. And that may have sparked the idea. And I was like, let me, because I was like, I did Monetary Minds. I could do some conceptual stuff, put information in the music. And Uncle Sam does that like half the time. And the other half is like me being an uncle and how what goes on in America is going to affect my nieces and nephews and the generation they're growing up in. And that's why this song like Spynet, the song Legally Prescribed, about drugs being prescribed to even my parents. Like my dad just got surgery and they're giving him Oxycontin, and we had to get him off it on some real shit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's great.
And it's like stuff like that. Like, it's like, and I wrote the song before that. And I was like, man, I have a song about that. And that fucking happening in my own house now. And it's just like, fuck that shit, man. Honestly, fucking hate that shit. So I make songs about that stuff that I'm like, where there's nothing I could do about it. I make the song about it. That's really why I do the music I do, because I can't do shit about something and it bothers me. I make the song because it's like it's my only voice, and nobody can tell me what to say or how to say it, or you can turn me off and not listen to it, but you can't stop the funk. You can't stop the flow. Like, I put it out there and it's out there, and people are going to listen to it and hear it and be influenced by it if they hear it. And I'm definitely mean what I say. So like all those songs, you're like, why do you make such conceptual songs about these topics? It's probably because something happened that triggered that. Like, check this. Just to talk about Uncle Sam, because it's very slept on. My Uncle Sam album, I feel, is very slept on. But hopefully, like Monetary Minds, it'll be appreciated later on. If we have another pandemic and a shutdown, listen to that shit, bro. It's all about that shit. But I got a song called How to Create a Criminal, which is about being arrested for marijuana multiple times in my life and being treated like a fucking criminal. And now it's legal. It's like, oh, it's legal now. oh, now it's cool. It's like, I literally So I got a song called How to Create a Criminal, and then I got a song called Nonviolent Revenge. Yo, listen to Nonviolent Revenge. That's like one of the hardest songs I've done in a minute. Nonviolent Revenge. Whew. And that came from that came from a real place. And that's one of the hardest songs I've done, and you could hear it in my voice. I started with, oh, what? You thought I wasn't going to say nothing? You thought I had nothing coming for you motherfuckers? That's how I started. You don't hear me like that. Like, I don't get like that. But like, yo, I went in on some local police in my even town on that song. I even mentioned them by name. I don't care. You listen to my music, you should know. This is like nothing you're going to get anywhere else, bro. I got enough balls to say whatever I want. And like, I do it. And like, I know there's repercussions for stuff that I say, and it's happened. And hey, but that's what hip hop is about to me, where someone really like takes a chance and risk. So I always try to put a little risk in my music. There's always a risk. I don't like playing it safe where I know they're going to love this. I'm like, I'm going to challenge you as a listener. For me, like, you're going to be challenged as a listener if you listen to me. Like, I'm going to test you in ways you haven't been tested before. You know, I might take you on a 5-minute journey, like on Uncle Sam, like I did. Then I got a song called Daddy's a Cop. And that's about people in my neighborhood whose parents are cops that don't get arrested for stuff I get arrested for. And that's not fair. And I'm not cool with that. And if my dad was a cop, I wouldn't have had to deal with any, none of the weed things, nothing would matter. I worked in Chester too as a sub, and they removed me from the roster as soon as they got notified that I got fingerprinted because I was honest with the cop that I smoked earlier in the day. I had no weed on me, no proof that I even smoked. I chose to be honest, and they threw the book at me. And I mentioned those cops by name, and my dad had one of them as a guidance counselor. My dad was their guidance counselor, and this guy's like, and he knew him, and I have information about him in high school. Like, I know who he really was. And like, yo, that my town is like that. They don't support me and what I do, straight up. A lot of people, and the ones that do it because they know what I go through here. But I need to move out of here, I think. But yeah, that album came from a lot of frustration and dark times. But yo, listen to Nonviolent Revenge. Listen to Daddy's a Cop. Listen to How to Create a Criminal, Legally Prescribed. Spynet, I just put the video out for. Like, I edited the hell out of that one. I edited a lot in that. Like, same with Man-Made video. I broke down my whole theory on like this whole pandemic thing. I did research. Shout out to K Reno. He even put me on to some of that information. I was watching him talk about his theories on the pandemic. That's what sparked my idea to even do it. And I got songs about everything on that album. Man versus God, I just quoted, is about religion and like how did God create man or did man create God? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the concept of that song. And like I don't know, man. I just feel like you ain't gonna get that anywhere else on one album, all on one plate full. It's 20 songs, and then I got songs that are just about me called Inner Child, like me and my nieces, and them bringing out the inner child in me and how life is beautiful, regardless of all the fucked up shit that I talked about in the whole album. The second half is like the light, and it's like I got nieces and my sisters are thriving, doing well in life. I love what I do every day, regardless of the results, and I'm able to spend time with my nieces and nephews, and like I have a good family, and like there's always enough good to outweigh the bad. That's always my music is gonna have enough good to outweigh the bad, except for Monetary Minds. I'm joking. That's a rough album though. There ain't no light at the end of the tunnel for that one.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like your darker, your darker image, but it was well worth it because anybody that can relate to what you're saying in the actual tracks, like it was all worth it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But we did pick a lot of dark beats for that joint, but like,
Hell yeah.
it came together well, yo. It came together well. One of my favorite albums still to this day. And speaking of, me and you are definitely gonna do a fucking second part of some shit. But to cross reference real quick, and I know they probably pissed because I haven't sent them shit recently, but 4040 is doing another album with me. So
Hell
you already know what the fuck I want to happen. Like we doing a motherfucking crossover again.
I was about to post that song the other day. I'm gonna post that song because I revisited it after we talked about it, and I'm like, oh, that was a good one.
Yo, the way you fucking set it off, the way they handled they shit, bro, it was like, yo.
It was perfect. What? Yeah, they destroyed that too, man. They really followed up on that too. That shit's nasty. And your beat, of course, man. And your beat. That's what I'm saying. We should do if we don't do a project, at least a bunch of songs that are featured with other artists like that. Because I would love to collaborate with more like-minded MCs and people I haven't worked with yet. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because I know on the Monetary Minds, we only had one technical feature, and that was with you and No Name.
Yeah.
So,
on the Warzone. Like, that's a dope track, Warzone. Yeah. I think that's a good track. I was like, so please don't accept what's the quote-unquote truth, because trusting the government is what I don't and won't do. Pigs murdering kids, better hope they don't shoot. Election numbers are rigged. When you vote, you don't choose. Like, yo, I'm rhyming like every word and every line and all conceptual. Yeah, that's a good song too.
Yo,
every song.
Crazy now that I sit here. You know what's crazy now that I sit here and think about it, yo? The fact that you only had one feature on the entire album.
Yeah.
You carried the whole rest of the album by your damn self.
Yeah.
I gotta say, you gotta get respect for that, because you know how hard it is to have a whole album by yourself, like with no features. Like that shit is a lot of fucking work, bro. Like,
well, that's how I always have been, because I've always been a solo MC. Besides my homie Zoo, we did The Lion and the Wolf. We did part 1 and part 2. But besides that, I was always a solo MC until I met the Cypher Junkies and MC Bravado. But I always had to be solo. And so I always did projects. Like Suburban Truth has 2 features, which is Jesse Castro. He's singing on the hooks, but I rap only the whole project. Same with most of my stuff is very much predominantly me. I mean, I've always been a lone writer. Like I write by myself for the most part, but I like writing with people. Like I go with Decaf and I write on the spot sometimes, and that brings out the like Black Static kind of flow, which is crazy because like sometimes I come up with the most intricate patterns when I write on the spot with no pressure. And then yeah, it's interesting. There is 2 different ways to flip it, but for the most part I've always been solo because I had to be. But I like collaborating because it brings out something different every time, you know.
Yeah, to this question, you got any more verses you want to showcase?
Yeah. I do want to.
Before we close this shit out, though, I want to hear some more motherfucking fire. Melt the motherfucking phone again, yo.
Right. We're good with the connection. Let's see if we can go all the way through with this one, all right?
Yeah. Let's see if it works.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right, check. And yo, I walk the streets looking for a penny to pinch, asking every homeless man if they could lend me a cent so I could cop some dank kush with the deadliest stench. Give you a homemade drink mix of Henny and piss. I get furious when looking at the pain in my past, sort of writing on behalf of all my heinous attacks. For every murder I've committed, there's a blade of the grass. Never premeditated, they're just spontaneous acts. So I made a shit list, then I paid them all visits. Every fake ass fuck that was making me livid. Then inside of a cave is where I take them as victims to be his personal servants or work as slaves in the kitchen. I'll give you a self-inflicted fatal sickness so that the needle's the only thing that can satisfy your veins' addictions. Cough up your body, make some blade incisions, and cause enough blood to overflow Roman's ancient irrigation systems. Too much knowledge can be dangerous. An elevated mind speaking native tongues that the ancients did. Two feather pens within fingertips as I write with both hands simultaneous in different languages. My clenched fists leaving swollen faces. So now it's time for me to go expose your fakeness and your total gayness. I'm getting lifted, making noble statements, cause I'm smoking J's and using Bible pages as my rolling papers. On this mic, every beat I devour. I'm the darkness to the light you haven't seemed to peek out of. I'm the long reigning emperor of Egyptian power. I went to Pisa, Italy and leaned on the tower. Get called back in history, get archived to it. Erased from this earth, here's the hard drive to it. A dark vibe to it, this some car ride music. Even though there's risk involved, I hope the smart minds use it. I see these phonies trying to act more street, and I just look at them as food, see, cause that's more meat. But still they feel the urge and need to pack more heat, cause danger walks amongst these cracked asphalt streets.
Yo.
That song's called
You
Cracked Asphalt Streets, off The Lion and the Wolf, Part 1. Me and my man Zoo. Zoo brought, that's what I'm saying, feature verses sometimes bring out something different, you know what I'm saying? And that beat was a Just Allah beat.
Oh, shit,
What is it? Yeah, it brought out some, yeah. Thank you, man.
Yo, this shit dope, man. Like I said, man, your flow is fucking flawless, bro. Like, I don't know how, I honestly don't, I sit here sometimes and listen to the fucking shit you spit. And I'm like, how the fuck did he construct that? Like, it just sounds so automatic to you, where it would take some people years to develop that kind of a style. But the fact that you could flow it so naturally like that, and on top of that, have fucking substance. You know what I mean? Because that's another thing that a lot of MCs don't carry no more, substance. They just throw whatever out, whenever out. You keep everything maintained as a perfect package. So I got, my hat's off to you, bro. I've been doing this for years. I've been doing this since I was 11. You know what I mean? Maybe even younger. I'm now 37. And the fact that you can pull some shit off like that, I get a little jelly sometimes. Like, yo, why can't, how do I fucking spit like that, man? What the fuck? Like, I'm going to have to go to the SC Static school and shit. Like, you have to teach me how to fucking rap.
Yo, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Cause yo, I know, dude, people don't know. So maybe people don't know Supreme can spit too, bro. I mean, I told you last time, you remind me of Ill Bill. Like, you got a very technical flow too, and you really drop some syllables in there too, man. So I know that means a lot to me that you would say that. And like, yeah, I did. I hope you would appreciate that verse. Like, come with some more, underground shit that I figured you would like.
It's so
you know
fucking fluid, bro. It's like, God, it's like, you could bop your head to it with no motherfucking beat. Like, you don't even need a beat.
Yo, honestly,
like that.
I'll be honest, bro. I feel like when I rap a cappella, people always like it because they can really hear the skill behind it. But when I rap to a beat, it's too much to take in for most people. Like, they're not going to be able to hear every bar as well. So when I do the a cappella, you can hear the flow and every syllable that I'm rhyming, and it just, I don't know, man. I have so many influences, and I don't know. I just feel like there's so many people that are way better than me, and that keeps me being really good. That makes me really good. It's because I know I'm not the best. You know,
makes you hungry. It makes you hungry for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And also, the feeling of rapping like that is fun to me. I like rapping where it's nonstop and it flows. So you're saying that it sounds that way? It's because I've always been doing it my whole life. It's almost the performance part is second nature sometimes. If I got the words down, it's just like, it seems so natural to me. Like, be honest with you. Like, I feel like you have to have natural talent, but what separates me is I work harder than everybody. Like, I do. Because honestly, and it's hard. If you're in a relationship and have kids, like, you can't work as hard as me because I don't have as many responsibilities. So I use that to my advantage now because I want that one day, but I don't have that. And I'm like, shit, I might as well be the dopest motherfucker then. As dope as I can be, because like that's all I got going for me right now. Be honest, I kind of put myself in a position where I have a Fordham degree, and I'm a privileged white kid. I could be doing something else, making a lot more money, and I don't. Like I've been living like this, eating peanut butter and jelly, and like spending my money on music and weed and like studio sessions and for my whole life. Like I don't know why, I just can't let it go, bro. I can't do nothing else. But it would be so much easier for me to do anything else in life. I really feel that way. I think it'd be easier for me to have committed to baseball and try to make it I could have maybe played minor league ball if I stuck with it. But like making it to the major leagues wouldn't have been easy. But like making it as a rapper, for me, in my family where I grew up, I wasn't allowed to listen to rap. I don't know if you knew that. Like I couldn't listen to rap. I wasn't allowed to curse. I wasn't allowed to do what I'm doing right now. Which, you know what I'm saying? And that's what made me do it, is because I was told I can't. And like, it's just, I think like, all right, check this. You look at like the Negro leagues and how black players had to fight to play in the major leagues. Like the reason they were so fucking good is because they were told they couldn't do it. And I was told I can't do it. And I'm still being told I can't do it. Like this year or last year with the Poet, like that makes me that much better. And all the contests I've lost, like, you know what shit I wrote that next week? Like, honestly, I got to thank all those motherfuckers, man. Like, y'all made me better, and you keep trying to stop me. It's backfiring, yo. Pow, pow, backfiring.
I mean, it's
like,
always good to have that rival, too, like you were saying. Like, two of my best friends, like Guns Borgia, you know him.
Yes,
my brother Azteca, like, they always, as kids, kept me on my toes. You know what I mean? We'd always be battling each other. Yo, who got the best beats? Who got the best verses? Shit like that, it gets me hyped, too. And like listening to you rap, Decaf, everybody, yeah, it does make me want to pick up the motherfucking pen again. But I just, at the end of the day, it's like when you're good at something, you wanna be fully invested in it. But when you're not so sure, such as myself, I let it just take its course. You know what I mean? If I'm in the studio with you, you write some shit, you like your Prem, hop on this shit. If I'm there, if it's that time, you know what I mean, whatever it is, I might pick up that pen and say, fuck you. Let me in the booth with you. You know what I mean? But as far as forcing it, I don't want to force it too much because that shit, it's a lot, man. I've been doing it for so long, between the freestyling, the battling face-to-face, all the old school tactics and the way shit was handled. That's now to this point, I don't even think I'm relevant into what's going on in this shit because I'm still, my style is based on metaphors, analogies, punchlines. I'm still that battle rapper, that go skip a class to go battle somebody at the lunch table shit. So
right.
This newer shit is a little more complex to me because I could be on the conceptual like you, I could be on the politics, the political shit, but I just feel like sometimes it's a little forced for me anyways because it's like, you know what I mean? I want to mix in some like variety and shit. Like I want to flip it up between shit. So
no
like,
doubt.
The way you flow and the way you're consistent and then even the substance you have in all your verses and shit, that's what makes you a great MC because a lot of people can't. A lot of people can't switch between the conceptual and then the battle and then back to the, you know what I mean, in between the two. But you make it mad easy to kind of do that shit like it's almost like it's automatic to you. Like,
Thank you, man.
That's a gift. Like I told you last time, that's a gift you need to be sure you're fully invested with. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you got the dopest beats. But
I was gonna say, like, I'm such a Master Ace fan as much as I am a Jedi Mind Tricks fan. So like that's why I'm able to do both because I want to tell a story, but then rip your head off also, or like pump you up in the gym, like keep you going in the gym, but then maybe like take you on a journey somewhere like on a smoother beat too. And like I want to be able to do all that. But when I was a kid, I always tried to make songs. All my mixtapes were full songs, even though I didn't own the beats. Like, so I would write conceptual songs always, my whole life. I always tried to. And I was always decent at it. In a weird way, I only do what I'm good at, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of shit I suck at because I don't do it at all. Like snowboarding or anything with balance, I'm bad at. Like, I'm not that good at dribbling or basketball. I'm not terrible. I can't kick. I'm the worst with my feet, bad footwork. But like, yo, I'm nice with my hands and I can spit. And that's it. I could catch the ball. Like, you throw it to me, I always catch it. I like some of the best hands. I was one of the best outfielders, honestly. I was probably the best outfielder defensively I ever played with. Like, I was as good as I am at rapping as I was defensively at baseball. I'd make diving catches. I'd rob home runs. Like, I was like Jim Edmonds and like Ken Griffey Jr. Willie Mays, my favorite player. Like, I tried to be like him. I love that shit before hip hop. And like, I take the same approach where it's like, I know what I'm good at and I just want to be the best at that, you know? And
like what we saw about before, like hip hop is for the weirdos. It's for the weirdos, for the norms, for whatever you want to call it. But it gives us a shot it gives us a shot to be out there and have a voice for ourselves because, you know what I mean? Like I
It's
say
hard too. Like,
weirdos because, you know what I mean? You got shit, like back when I was growing up, you got the meatheads, the skateboarders, the goths, whatever,
well, I'll
you
tell
know
you
what I
this,
mean?
bro.
So,
This is the difference though between me and you. And I know we're only 7 years apart, but like I swear it's a big gap. And like you said, you were like skipping class to battle. Like I had nobody to battle, bro. I couldn't. I didn't. It
word.
wasn't the same. And maybe I was at Warwick too, different high school. But like kids were wiggers in middle school. Everybody was a wigger in middle school. And then all of a sudden in high school, everyone was preppy, and it switched. People started wearing Abercrombie and Fitch and Hollister and all that, and the hip hop kind of ended. And everybody that was wearing their hat sideways and had the ears pierced kind of switched, and then now they're acting preppy. But I was on that cusp, and like I was right at the end of the hip hop. But I had older sisters who grew up your age that were all into the hip hop. And my sister went to Fordham in the Bronx when Lean Back was popping, you know, like hip hop was still raw then, you know, and I was a product of that because I had older siblings because I'm the youngest. As you know, a lot of MCs I see like are influenced by the older siblings with music. Like Vinny Paz was younger and was put onto hip hop early, and that's why he's able to do what he's able to do. Because like, but I'm like an oddball in my generation, and I didn't have the hip hop clique and the people that I wanted around me. Like I was the only dude that could spit, and I was always better than everybody. Like, I'm just saying, I always was the best. And like, it didn't help me until I went to the Bronx and realized that like, okay, I can get way better. And I heard Diabolic and I'm like, oh, fuck, I suck, you know? And then Cannabis too. Like I learned to listen to Cannabis and I'm like, oh my God, dude, this guy's making my head hurt, you know? He makes me think I'm like the worst.
you know what I'm saying? You know, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, my generation was way different. We were
Yeah,
more
I
complex,
missed that.
you know what I
I
mean?
just missed it. But at the same time, I feel like I belong with you guys. That's what, you know, that's what I feel like. But you guys like me. You embrace me. I need that. Because, like, the kids my age, man, they don't get it. And I try. I'm like, yo, you know Tragedy Gaddafi? No. And they don't even care, dude.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, yo, so what famous person you had on your show? I'll be like, Snow Goons. You don't know who that is?
They're not even impressed because they have
Bro.
no idea how
Bro.
dope that is. Like, yo,
You know
they've
what
been
I'm
around.
saying?
Yeah, they worked with everybody. They got out with MOP and Onyx. Like, yo, you don't know them? You know? And yo, their Onyx album, I was just bumping, Wake the Fuck Up. That's one of my favorites, yo. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yo,
You know what I mean? So,
their production on that shit, oh my God, that shit will make me actually hurt somebody by accident, man. Like,
I mean, you know, Shaban Sadiq, Rusty Jooks, Smiley the Ghetto Child, Gangstar Foundation. You know what I mean? Like, there's so
hell
many
yeah.
to name. Gore-Tex, I had Nonfiction on here,
Gore-Tex.
Gore-Tex. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like when they're not part of that appreciation era where they could appreciate what was before them, they look at you mad dumbfounded. Like, yo, you ever heard of Gore-Tex? You ever heard of Smiley the Ghetto Child? Nah, but it's like to us, it's like that's a huge fucking thing because
No,
we've
I
been
know.
around so long and look at what they're still fucking doing it. So, like,
Did you interview
so like I
Skanks
said,
or no?
oh yeah, that's family right there.
Yeah,
Him
because when I
and
saw
Rap.
him, when I saw him the other day, I was like, yo, have you done an interview with Supreme the Almighty? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, I got one with him this Sunday. And I showed him the flyer. And he's like, oh, no doubt. I see you. And then, like,
Oh,
he was like,
see, when you mentioned the show with him, I was thinking, I'm like, yo, is that the same show this nigga just went to? I was like, he's like, oh shit, you mentioned Skaggs. I'm like, that's crazy. I think in that same week or the following week, me and him did the interview and shit.
no doubt,
So,
yeah. So, like, and then his homie, Bobby, you know his homie, Bobby something. He's dope, too. He was there with him on his set. But it was cool. But he's like, yo, what's your information? Let me follow you. I'm like, yo, I think you already follow me. I was like, I know you do. You actually already follow me. And then he's like, oh, no doubt. And then, like, he showed some love on my shit the next day. And I was like, that was just dope. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's family. It's your family, too. I ran into him. I just let him know, like, yo, I'm down with Supreme. It's just cool, man. It's just cool to be able. I love that shit. Hip hop, you know? Wasn't expecting to see him. But that was dope.
yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, I mean, you know, Kyo Itachi and me did a beat battle. You'd be like, yo, I did a motherfucking
Really?
beat battle with Kyo Itachi. Yeah,
Yo, he's nice, too.
We deleted it because the footage was like kind of like the quality was bad. So we'll probably
go
do a
one for
future
one?
Yeah, we went motherfucking hard with the beats, bro. I was shocked. He was shocked. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. I'm fucking beat battling with the fucking legend, Kyo Itachi. You know what I mean? But you go and tell someone out in the street that out here in Middletown and some shit, that, yo, son, I got a beat battle Kyo Itachi. So If it wasn't Timberland, I don't want to hear it. Like, whatever.
Right. But I heard him through Rusty Jokes, and then I saw he worked with Dirt Platoon, and he's nice with it, bro. Very dope, very extremely dope.
Yep. ID from all fucking Creative Juices, man. All these people that you see on the show that I work with are people I listened to when I was younger or I had an appreciation for. Like, that's what the show's about, bringing out people I know. If other people I don't know want to come in, we build together, I'm cool with that too. But everyone I'm bringing on deserves a platform, deserves to be talked to. The people I've talked to previously, et cetera. Like with the Snow Goons and shit, we family now. We built off the show, just like everybody else. Like, this is what hip hop's about. We're supposed to build with each other and get somewhere else. Like, you know what I mean? So everybody just needs to participate somehow. Stop with the ego shit. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody better than nobody. We all good. I mean, if you want to be technical, you want to be real motherfucking technical, keep it real. You know what I mean? A lot of these MCs can talk their shit, but awesome real shit. When I sit there, listen back to the album, like, I could rip that guy. I could fucking just destroy his whole fucking shit. But I'm like, let me not try to steal someone else's shine. Let me fall back and just appreciate shit from afar. But I hear a lot of these ego trippers about their shows and they beats and their raps. It's like, man, just fucking support everybody, man. Stop fucking being stupid. Like, you'll catch me in everybody else's lives too. Just keep it real. If I see someone's live, I'll hop in their shit. Even if they don't hop in my shit, I'll hop in their shit because I show my support. So it's like, this is what needs to be fucking happening. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Well, that's dope to do it without expecting anything in return and to just like move like that always, you know? It's hard to do, but once you do it, you realize there's nothing to lose by showing love, even if it's not reciprocated. You know what I'm saying?
Glass half full, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I look at life. Everything's a blessing.
Yeah, you never regret doing the right thing, man. You know, even if the other person doesn't acknowledge it, it's like, hey, I'm still glad I did it, you know? I gave that person daps or like props on what they did because I respect it, and I always would do that. I don't care who you are. Honestly, I don't have that problem. Because like I said, I played baseball with people who are better than me, and like I had to learn the hard way. I'm not the best, and like, but there's still a spot for me on this team. I could help win still, you know.
You can contribute, yep.
But in hip hop, it's like there's room for everybody, and like you can take it as far as you want. No one's got your spot. Like, no one's taking your spot. You can go as far as you want with it. It's up to you. And like, yeah, doing interviews like this and realizing that there's people that care enough to like last week, a couple people reached out and said they tuned into the interview. And
yeah, nice.
Yeah. And like we were like, oh, we kept going in and out, and we didn't think it went as well as it did, but people actually appreciated it, you know. So I hope they do it with this one. And yeah, man, it's fun to spit.
It's gonna get pushed. It's definitely gonna get pushed. Like I said, man, like I mentioned, I don't know if Jamil and Blessed and LG Rock heard, but like I want to push you on to other people too, because like these are producers and rappers and artists that have established a name for themselves, and they're humble as fuck, real good people. And I like connecting people with people. I like building bridges. I don't like tearing them down. If I have to burn a bridge with somebody, they fucking deserve it. Let's put it that way.
Exactly, yeah. No doubt, man. And if you're able to connect people who deserve to like work together, and you see something that like, oh, you could benefit by knowing this, bro, like, man, I mean, I was reading, man, in the Will Smith book, you never know what connection is going to lead to like the next opportunity. And I mean, you like to do it with people that you know are going to not forget like who connected you with who, and like, you know, just acknowledge like, yo, I owe that. Like, that's why we talked about Decaf earlier, because like I wouldn't have met you without him, and I'm not going to forget that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, regardless, I got to just acknowledge that. And that I'm dope. I mean, I'm really happy that connections were made organically that way. And like, yeah, keep making connections, man. Keep doing what you're doing. It's dope to watch. Every week you got like 3 different people that I'm like, how the fuck, man? Like it happened real quick too. It happened real quick. But yo, you put yourself out there and you had good intentions behind what you did. And like you said, you're interviewing people you genuinely are a fan of and grew up on. And that's a blessing, bro. That's awesome. It's an awesome opportunity.
I mean, that's the point. That's the point of doing anything. Like, you should be doing it because you love it. You know what I mean? Like we can have like one follower the whole fucking show. I won't even care if it's somebody that supports and somebody that has nothing better to do, and it gives them something to do, I should say, then my mission is complete. If one person follows me out of hundreds for that one day, It's a blessing. Everything's a blessing. Getting to talk to you because me and you can't really hang like that because you out there, I'm here. It's a blessing because I still get to fucking talk to you. So like I said, this whole entire show is based on blessings. If I can help you out get a better platform, if I can help you out get your voice out, my mission's complete. Everything else don't even fucking matter. You know what I mean? That's just being real. Like I'm more about giving and not taking. And those that know me know I keep it real. That's exactly how I hold my shit down. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you reached out to me to do the show too, because you did, right? Before I reached out, I didn't reach out to you to ask to be on the show, did I?
No, I think I hit you up first.
Yeah, and I was glad you did because like I was planning on it. I was planning on hitting you up when I saw that you were doing it, but then you did it, and I was like, oh, dope. So I appreciate you putting me. You know, that means a lot to me. I'm on the same post as the Snow Goons and what like that. That's dope to me. Like, that's sick. I'm like in the same fucking. I'm being interviewed by the same dude that's interviewing the Snow Goons. Like, and yeah, of course I know you, but regardless of that, this is I told my parents about it. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, that's this is cool. Like they're happy to see me happy and fulfilled with what I'm doing every day, and have people that show interest. Like they don't understand what I do that much, but they're happy to know that there's people like you out there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I got parents that love me, but they don't really understand me and what I'm trying to do. They didn't expect this to be their son and what I'm doing, but this is me. This is what I do. This is, it's funny, man. It's a cool thing, but I'm so glad to be part of, anything the Snow Goons are a part of. Is Shabam Sadiq and Raf the Almighty and Skanks and all that. You know what kind of shit I like, man. And if there's something, any connections, or the 40/40 shit, get me on that shit. You already know, man. Whenever you need a verse, you let me know. Of course. And then
like what we told my last time, I think my sons, they made beats. They got a whole arsenal of fucking beats, and I definitely want you on some of their shit because if anybody's gonna get them where they need to be, it will be you because the way you rap and the way you flow over their beats is gonna be the perfect fucking connection. It's gonna be well worth it. So that's something I'm aiming towards too.
Okay.
Alongside the 40/40 shit, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Definitely, man.
And if you wanted them 40/40 to feature on the newer shit, we can make that happen too if you want, like, cause you know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Vice versa. Throw them on my track. Yeah, definitely, man.
But no doubt. But yeah, now like I said, man, cause I know shit got fucked up last time, like, cause you were in and out, and it's like you couldn't really be heard for a lot.
I was freezing my ass off. I was so cold, bro.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I said, the aliens were hijacking the Wi-Fi and shit because you couldn't stay consistent. You was always like lagging. And I was just I was like, this shit's gonna take away from what you're trying to do. So I'm like, let me let's redo this shit the right way. This way, you know what I mean? People can hear everything you're saying very, very clearly. This way things is more focused towards you. Because I do feel like we did the last one the same way. We talked a lot about Decaf, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, that man's gonna get his own interview.
Right.
Let's move. Let's stay on topic about you. I mean, I love the humbleness in you where you do talk highly of family. You know what I mean? So it's appreciated. But that man's gonna get his own interview. So I wanted to stay on you.
I don't regret giving him. I don't regret giving him the time. But yeah, I gave you way too much, Decaf. Fuck out of here.
See now he's gonna have to hop in the middle of his fucking interview.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta be talking about me for at least 10 minutes. 10 minutes at least. No, I'm just kidding.
That's it. But no doubt. But I definitely appreciate your time again, man. And at the end of the day, like I said, this is not for everybody to watch the show. You should know that I contact everybody after the show. We continuously talk. I check up on everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, you live by me, so that's happening regardless. But just for the public to know, this is not one of those shits where I'm paying people to come on the show, forcing them, this and that. It's like everyone comes on by their own free will, and we still stay in contact. So that's the primary thing. It's not one of those one-time shits I get you on the show and then we're not talking no more. We're not people. It's like that's not how this works.
That's what makes it that much doper too. Because you could probably tell. I mean, by the way we talk, you could probably tell that, obviously. But yeah, I
talk to the Snow Goons like every other day or every couple of days. I talk to ID. I talk to Smiley, the Ghetto Child. I talk to everybody that's on the show. Even Rusty Jokes. I hit everybody up because that's why I said this is a platform for building each other, working with each other, getting this hip hop shit floating. So I'm bridging, like I said, I'm bridging the gaps. I'm bringing everybody together.
Hell yeah, man. No, it's awesome to see, and I look forward to tuning in on your next interviews, man. For
You
sure.
already know. You already know. Next
I
week,
enjoyed
next
watching
week's gonna be
the
a freaking
Shabam
show.
Sadiq, man. Shabam Sadiq seemed like a real cool dude.
Yeah,
Humble
he
dude.
gave me some really good critique. I'm not gonna front. Me and him did have that conversation about a lot of shit. He definitely pointed me in the right way. So did the homie Influence Get him. He was like, "Yo, stop being in the dark in every fucking video." I'm like, I don't like fucking showing my face, man. Like I feel like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not the center of attention. I want my artist to be the center of attention. Don't worry about
Right.
what I'm doing. Just you know what I mean? Don't even look at me. Look at look at SC Static. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I get the little backlight. I took the critique, and he was right. It made perfect sense. So
Right.
these are the type of people we need in our circle because they're
That's
helping us
going
better
back to what you were
ourselves.
saying earlier about like critiquing your friend and this harder thing to do. But if they mean well, they got your best interest and they know you can do better, then that's a real friend, and it's not easy to do. So that's dope, man.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. That's why you gotta be honest with your people. I mean, I know you might hurt their feelings and shit, but it also depends on how you put it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because someone
Exactly.
plays you a
There's a way to
track
go
and it's
about it.
like, you know what I mean? Someone plays you a track. You was to play me a track and be like, yo, check this shit out. And it's like, that shit's fucking trash.
Right.
How else are you supposed to say that? Besides, yo, fuck this man. Yo, he just fucking violated me. But if I was to come at you like, yo, listen, you should maybe change the beat on this. You should maybe this, and that. It's like you can take it for what it is. You can take it, absorb it, and use it. But it's
You got
a certain way of putting it.
Yeah,
You know what
exactly.
I mean? Like,
There's a difference between
Yeah.
dissing and giving constructive criticism, obviously, you know. But
and you know
No,
me. You've seen me at motherfucking shows. I don't like that trap shit. Like, you know, most of them niggas, they still hate me to this day because I walked out on their motherfucking set. As soon as I heard that trap shit, I walked up the motherfucking block right on North Street, bro. Ask anybody. If I don't like your shit, I will not fucking listen to it. I'll give you your little pound. Cool, you did your thing, but I don't want to listen to it.
Yeah. Yo,
CD
I
out
found
the
myself-
motherfucking window.
yeah, I found myself in the front row at that venue I was at, and like I said, they included old and new hip hop acts, and one of the new ones I just really wasn't feeling, and I had to just get out of the front row because I'm like, I can't pretend to nod my head to this. Like, I can't even do that. You know,
That's what I'm saying.
I'll tell you like, yo, I like your stage presence or something, but like this one, it was the first act actually, and it was just like it. Honestly, it made my homegirl Miranda Rice. I went up to her. I'm like, oh, you're gonna kill this. Like, this shit is. I couldn't even pretend to like that. Like, yo, you're gonna kill this shit, and she did. But yeah, there's some stuff that I'm not gonna go out of my way to put down, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to pretend like I'm into it. But there's so much good shit to focus in on that I'm in tune with that I don't have time to even. It's just when other people try to act like they know about rap and they don't. And they're trying to show me stuff. I'm like, I'm just not. It's like they're good at rapping, but I hate the production, and there's no room on my iPod for that. There's no room in my life for that. I don't need that. Like, it's good if you want to feel bad about what happened with your ex-girlfriend and listen to that and not move on from it, then I don't even consider that hip hop. Hip hop like will help you get over stuff and no excuses. If there's music with excuses, I don't consider that even hip hop. Like, that's like bitter rap, trap. I don't know. It's just like there's nothing motivational. You're not overcoming anything. That ain't hip hop to me. Hip hop's always about overcoming the struggle or making the best of your effed up situation and embracing who you are, even though like, yeah, I'm bummy. I don't got much, but I wouldn't change it for the world. And like, that's what's up, man. I mean, you see these guys who just walk around with a certain flavor. Like, that's hip hop. It's not just the music. When the music's off, like, you walk down the block, like almost with a beat in your head, like I do. It's like, I don't know, hip hop is more than the music. Once the music's off, once the show's over, it's how you interact with your family, your friends, and how you treat people. Like, it's the whole. Oh, yo, and one other thing, you're talking about community. At the show, they're doing this hip hop museum, a universal hip hop museum. Is supposed to be done in 2024. But what makes it even doper? It's a museum, but on the second like portion of it, there's apartment buildings that are supposedly gonna, I think, house homeless people. Like above the hip hop museum. So just to show how much of a community thing it is, how much, or I believe it's something to benefit underprivileged people and like have apartments that are, I don't know if it's free for homeless people or what it is, but it's something like that that's included in the hip hop museum. And I'm like, this is what we need, man. Remind people what this is really about, where it came from, and where it was supposed to go, and where we should re-steer it, or make sure we include what we need to include, and not forget the principles and the pillars. You know what I'm saying? And hey, as long as I'm here, we ain't gonna forget that shit. You know, as long as you're here, we ain't gonna forget that shit. So
yeah, shout out to my brother Todd Price, yo, because he's all for the community. Like,
hell yeah.
He'll always hit me up like, yo, we doing a coat drive, we doing stuff for the homeless. I'm like, yeah, me and my sons is there, no doubt. You know what I mean? Like, I contribute. I give money to the homeless still out here. Like I said, this is not for bragging rights. This shit don't get shit twisted. You're not gonna catch me with a fucking camera out in the street in people's faces like, yo, take this money. But the fact of the matter is, this is what's helping our community. If you give a little and you try to help and do what you can, like this is what's gonna better our community. And that's what I'm all for. Like, I mean, if I see somebody struggling, even if they're homeless or not, I'm still going to try to help out. That's what we should be doing. Not even just for the hip hop in general. In general, we should be that way. So, but
no way. Yeah, I mean, we see D Block and Jadakiss and Styles P, those kind of guys doing great things for the community. From the juice bars to, I think it did like a public park they're working on, like exercise facility for free to the public and shit like that. Just like I love seeing that, and just all the stuff that I mean, there's probably a lot of other people doing a lot of great things that are, label themselves hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I love seeing that because it is more than the music, and I love when people use their platform to do more than just brag about how good they are or whatever. You know?
Yo, shout out to the brother Blessed Beats Cowbell Conglomerate. This nigga still, we got a little inside joke about the trap niggas. Shit, they trap.
Oh, the cowbell? They need missing the cowbell?
Yeah. The cowbells, motherfucking claps, the fucking machine gun hi-hats and all that weird shit. Like, all right, cool, whatever. But yo, definitely you should link up with my boy 88 Blessed though. Like, you would go
definitely,
over a lot of his shit too. You know what I mean? Like, he got fired. Like,
hell yeah.
I'll make sure he throws some motherfucking cowbell in there. You heard 88? Word. But yeah, now like I said though, man, like we all community based, hip hop's a culture, man. Stop the bullshit, stop the hate, stop the killing, man. Let's fucking work together, man. We lost way too many people last year. You know what I mean? And even the year before that, et cetera, et cetera. It's time to fucking take care of each other, take care of yourselves. Knowledge is power, knowledge of self is important. You know what I mean? Look out for family and just take care of each other. So that's all everybody needs to do. Your music reflects exactly what you're hoping to do in the future for others such as yourself, and at the same time you're teaching the younger minds, you're growing them as well. So
hell yeah.
You, as far as I see it, it don't matter your skin color, race, whatever, you are fucking hip hop. I don't really give a fuck what nobody gotta say. That's what hip hop's been to me, the culture. You know what I mean? Absolutely,
bro. Real recognize. I mean, hip hop recognize hip hop. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Indeed. But like I said, once again, man, I definitely appreciate the time, yo. Like,
what time is it? Just curious. What time is it? How long we go this
time? It's about 9:30.
Oh, okay. All right. We didn't go crazy.
I mean, there was a lot of craziness, though. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't believe that that thought traveled in my head. Like, yo, behold a pale horse. Like,
pale horse, yeah.
That shit was shocking, bro. I think I'm starting to get better on my ESP or whatever it was. You know what I mean? I think I'm starting to get better at it. Cause I'm starting to yeah, it's crazy. But that once again, that comes with knowledge of self. If you know yourself, then you know how to adapt. You know how to learn. You know how to take care of yourself, man. Never limit yourself either, man. Like I told you, don't limit yourself. You got motherfucking skill. Don't let it go to waste, especially because of what happened with your baseball and everything. You did that for the hip hop culture, which is a huge sacrifice. So don't let it go to vain. Like push, do what you got to do to stay yourself. I mean, you know what I mean?
No doubt. I intend to, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I tend to. I feel like I'm finally back on the right path where I need to be, and I'm ready for the next step. I don't know what's gonna be, but I'm ready for something new, bigger, better, more. Just keep this going as far as it can go. But yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
But let everybody know you're our social media handle so they can reach out to you, follow you, etc.
No doubt. I mean, follow me at SC Static, SCSTATIC, everywhere. And there's a space SC space Static. type that in on YouTube, you get all my songs are on my YouTube channel in one spot. Bandcamp has all of my mixtapes and albums in one spot, but my albums are also on Spotify and iTunes and Apple Music and all that. But those are only what I own the rights to. So my mixtapes are not on there. I get that a lot. That's why I keep saying that, because people are like, why isn't I'm a Monster on Spotify? Because the Snow Goons made that beat, not for me. That's a mixtape.
Yeah.
And but shout out to them for letting me use that. I mean, that got me a lot of looks, because that beat is fucking, woo, you know. But yeah, man. And the verses I did today are on the mixtapes. So like, check out some of that older stuff. I got a lot of stuff. Do your history, man. If you don't like everything I do, that's okay. There's enough of it where there's something for you. And if you don't like one album now, it'll probably grow on you later. So don't skim through it. It's not background music. It's like, you know, you got to listen to every word if you're really going to catch it. And if that's not for you, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Don't critique me and tell me I got to do this. I ain't doing that. Like, you know, because this is what I do. And I feel like I love what I do. I love doing it this way. And you know, I love the people that appreciate that. It's the way I do it, man. And that's why I'm here, because you're one of those dudes, man.
No doubt. You already know. You already fucking know, bro. Like I told you from the first day we met, shit. You were like, you a good dude. You're fucking nasty with the bars and shit. And on top of that, you done a lot for hip hop. So it's like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna push you and do what I can for anybody that's like you, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know what I mean? I do what I can to play my part. You know what I mean? We can only do so much solo acts, as opposed to working together and you know what I mean, holding each other down and shit. So, but
Absolutely.
definitely appreciate what you do, man.
Absolutely. No, yeah, likewise, bro. And I'm glad, like you said, that we can type our names in and we pop up together, and our album is maybe being listened to more than it was before. I hope that continues. You know what I'm saying? Get some more people hearing that shit wasn't put out back then and it's over. That shit, you can listen to that 20 years from now. Yeah, that's why we do this, man.
It's fucking timeless, yo. This shit's timeless, man. Trust me. No doubt. But yeah.
But this is cool, man. I'm glad to chop it up with you. It's not just an interview, because we did work together and we're friends and peers and supporters of each other and of the culture, push this shit forward. And I need to be around more like-minded people like this. This keeps me going, man. So thank you. And like I said, being alongside the Snow Goons and all the other people you're interviewing, the fact that you put me in that kind of a category, that means a lot to me. And I'm able to run into these other MCs at other venues, and I can pull up your name as a reference to be like, you know Supreme? Yeah, me too. That's my boy. So,
Word.
You know, I like that, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, we all fam out here, man. Because like I said before, I'm real with my shit. If I'm not cool with somebody, I ain't fucking cool with them. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't operate that way. Like, I operate a certain way, but like I said, you good dude, man. DCAS family, y'all family. So you know what I mean? We just gotta work. We just gotta work more this year. That's what it is. We just gotta figure out a way to have all of us work together more this entire year. Dark Side, DCAP, you know what I mean? Guns,
Hell yeah.
Old Soul, all our people, we need to work more on some shit. You know what I mean? This year. Like, I really want to push for 2022, especially because I got platforms and I'm doing this and that. So I wanna utilize what we got to put out some dope ass hip hop and so for people to appreciate it, especially what we do for the culture. So that is the goal for this year.
No doubt, man. Yeah, this is the beginning. I feel like it's just the beginning. So, yeah, I'm prepared to take this shit as far as I can take it, man. And for people interested, man, I got a lot of projects coming this year too. I'm stocked up on shit, man. I can't wait to put it out. I'm doing one at a time, but just I got some shit coming, and man, my pen stays busy. So it don't
I
stop.
could already tell.
Yeah.
I can tell, bro.
I don't even know. I mean, honestly, I think probably as a 30-year-old, I probably got some more rhymes written than most 30-year-olds on the planet, like easy. But I'm not comparing myself to anybody, because what's the point of that at this point? It's like I'm trying to just exceed all possibilities, what's impossible. Like I already did what I thought I couldn't do, so in a way. But so now I feel like there's no limit, like you're saying, there's no limit. And
Yeah, you just got always pretend like when you're looking in the mirror, you're facing your rival. That's the only way to really surpass yourself, because there might be other better people on the planet, but that doesn't even matter. It's
it
irrelevant,
doesn't affect you.
because
Yeah,
if you know what I mean, 'cause if you're not always trying to better yourself and one yourself up, then what the hell's the point of doing it? Like, you know what I mean?
right. Were you better than yourself yesterday, kind of thing? You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's all
Exactly,
you
bro.
can control,
Exactly.
one day at a time. But yeah, I would just say small efforts add up over time. So if you work at something behind the scenes a little bit at a time and stay at it, it's hard to do, but like I think that's the secret, bro. That's why I'm able to be so prolific, because I stay at it, but I don't rush it. I take my time with it still, but when the song's done, I know it's done. You know, I don't know, it's weird. You know, you can just feel when it's completed, but like, oh man, I love this hip hop shit, man. See what happens with it. It'd be a fun journey, man. I'm excited for this journey, man. Honestly, something might happen. I feel like something's about to happen, man. I feel like I'm on the cusp of something, man. I'm ready. But I feel like in the Will Smith book, it says, don't stand in the way of your own blessings. And we do that. You know, sometimes it's out of fear. Like, we don't think we're ready yet. Maybe we aren't. But your fear and your doubt, like, don't stand in your own way. Because like you said, what someone else is doing has nothing to do with what you're doing. And spending your time thinking about that is a complete waste. I mean, I don't do that anymore, but I used to. Because I used to think that, yeah, there are only a certain amount of slots. Like, oh, I need someone to put me on. But I ain't waiting for that, you know? Like, I'm going to reach my fans directly and build this from the ground up kind of thing. Like, but yeah, it would be dope to be affiliated with some bigger names in hip-hop that I really respect. And it's happening. Shortly, slowly, but it's happening. And yeah, you're part of that, bro. I thank you for looking to help me out, because you see that I ain't going anywhere, and like this is my life, and I know it's your life, and we have lives outside of this, but this is what we choose to do and sacrifice for, right? So
You already know, man. I mean, like I said, bro, any way I can help, I'm already here. You know what I mean? I'm on the sideline and shit, so I got you. But once I can see it, but yeah, I think I'm gonna let you head out though, cause like we went over a lot of shit. There
no,
was
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of shit we went over.
I'm
Man, this
bad at
heck
saying
conversation.
goodbye too. My bad. I'm bad at saying goodbyes.
Nah, man, trust me, yo. If it was my fucking, if I ain't had work and shit, man, we could do it motherfucking
Oh,
24 hours.
yo, me too. I gotta wake up early tomorrow too. Fuck. But honestly, I'll say this: since I've been at that show, like I felt sick the day of the show, or like the day before, and I was like, I wasn't even gonna go. And Miranda didn't tell me who was gonna be there, and maybe she didn't know Grandmaster Caz was gonna be there. Maybe she didn't know. I don't know. But last time, I'll say this: last time she invited me somewhere, I didn't go. She was sitting next to Ice-T, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing, man? So that's another thing.
Yo, that's
Showing
crazy.
up, bro. Just show up. You gotta show up, man. Don't block your blessing kind of shit. And you gotta inconvenience yourself to make it happen. And not only that, but like I swear, since I went to that show, I don't feel sick. I feel like I don't need as much sleep. Like I got the bug, bro. I got the hip hop bug, and like I'm not gonna sleep much tonight, but I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll go in the school building and I'll probably rap some verses to these kids. And maybe some of these kids watching this interview, like it's cool. Like I can get new fans every day. And like I need to be more open with that and be comfortable being seen, and like I want to spread more love through my music too, and like be dope at the same time and just be myself but make it work. And like we're figuring that out, right? We're figuring it out. But it's like you gotta be comfortable being yourself, and you know, this helps being interviewed like this and being, you know, I need to get better at this. So it's practice too, man. So
That's
and I know you're
apparently
getting
what
better with the interviews. You're not sitting in the dark. You know, you took some of your advice. You're not sitting in the dark.
you know what I mean? I ain't on my motherfucking golem shit no more. Like, I mean, I be telling fucking Keo, yo, and Tasi, be like, yo, bro, I want to start wearing masks too, nigga, cause that shit is cool, son. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like showing my face and shit. So,
yo, I got a question. I wanted to ask Skank. He buys the eye patch. He can see out of that eye, right?
see, nah, I'm gonna have to teach you something. You gonna have to watch the interview for that shit.
Okay, I will.
Yep.
I gotta watch that then. I
Because
was curious.
yo,
I was like,
it was a crazy story though. Like, it was crazy what happened to him and why things are the way it is. But that's why I always recommend everybody check out the other interviews, because there's so many amazing stories these guys all got.
no
Like,
doubt.
it's motherfucking story time.
Yeah, I'd be curious
Like
to hear that. That's dope. Okay. cool. But yeah, that's cool. Kai Watachi always got the mask. Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. Like the MF Doom shit, that's pretty dope. I heard he used to talk to his fans before the gigs, and they wouldn't even know it was him. He would talk to his fans, and he would get their honest opinion, like, "Yo, you ready for the MF Doom? Excited? Like, what are your favorite songs? Blah blah." And like, he'd get the real fans' opinion of him without them knowing. Like, that shit, like, that's legendary. That's legendary.
Yo, bro, let me tell you the fact that. See, because it's kind of, I mean, I wish we would have kept the footage. We could have figured some shit out. But I understand because of his background, like, he has a huge reputation. And I understand where he's coming from, like, with the quality purposes. So, but the fact that I got to wear a Jason mask on one side in New York, in America, he was in France with the anime Bleach mask. And we battled each other with the beats. Fucking amazing. I just wish... I wish we would have kept that footage. It's legendary. Like two masked assailants battling each other with the beats.
Oh, yeah.
Like how
some
often?
Real underground shit. Like, yo, you're gonna do another? Are you gonna revisit that? Do another one?
You know what? Maybe next Halloween, because I want to wear a mask.
Yo, Halloween would be perfect. Yo, so you're saying you wore a Jason mask?
Mm-hmm. Wore a Jason mask.
Oh, damn! I want to see this, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I was telling Keo too. I'm like, yo, bro, we need to do another one.
Yo, I'll be honest. I always thought it was Kai Watachi. Me, I always said Kai Watachi, but
everybody calls him different. Like, you know what I mean? Because I think Rusty calls him Keo. A couple of us call him Keo. Others just call him Kaio. So It's like, I think it is Kaio though. But I'm so used to everybody hearing Keo that I use Keo. But
and you say he's from Japan? Is he from Japan?
France.
France.
He's from France. Yeah.
No doubt.
That's the fam right there, man. He definitely follow him when you get a chance too, because he's
I've been familiar with him. I stumbled upon his work. I forget the name of the album. There's like a cartoon Smoke on the cover with this artist I wasn't familiar with. He killed that too, but I heard the Rusty Jukes first, and that's what put me onto him. But yeah, Rusty Jukes.
Yeah.
Yo, when I met Rusty Jukes gave me the Meteorite album for free. Gave me the CD, the Meteorite album. That's one of my favorites by him. And I gave him $5. He wasn't even gonna charge me. But
he a good dude, man. He's a good dude. I'll tell you that right now. Real down to earth, but he's also thorough with his shit. So like, you know what I mean?
Yo, I haven't heard him ever come whack on a verse or even close to like not really dope. And me and my homie Paul, my roommate, we really fuck with him. And that Marco Polo album, Execution, or The Executioner, yo, god damn. Like, yo.
That shit's crack.
Yeah, man. I mess with him heavy. All Crown Heights got some dope MCs, yo. For sure.
Fucking, yeah, man. The whole Bangkok fam, all of them
exactly
in that area. It's fucking amazing, bro.
Exactly. Hell yeah.
But let's wrap this up. I am gonna have you on another one though, because like I said, I try to bring back family as much as I can, so this way we can talk about shit and build, and this way you can promote your new shit and whatnot. So you're definitely gonna be on more shows and shit. So it's never an ending story. You know what I mean? But
no doubt.
Definitely feel like we touched mostly what we had to touch on due to the last situation, like with the whole scenario and shit. So we definitely got where we needed to be.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
maybe post one of those verses at some point. If it came out good, we get one of those verses. That could be. I think
I'm gonna edit the video because I gotta edit both videos because it posted the one earlier and now it's gonna post this one, so I gotta kind of edit it. The two.
Oh, once it blacked out.
Yeah. So but when I get a chance, maybe I'll just chop out the freestyle, or I can send you the footage. You can chop it out yourself. If you want to use it for whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Because I feel like I hit that. Yeah, I hit the verse pretty well through on the last try. So.
Yeah, it was definitely dope. So I could edit that, send you out the footage too, all of it, and then you can post it on your page too if you want, etc.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Either way, but yeah, until next time, man. I appreciate this, and I'll be back, like you said, man. Of course, I appreciate that.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you, bro. We gonna talk. We gonna talk soon, though.
No doubt. Yeah, I'm not trying to keep up too late. I know we both got work, man. We're regular people. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We
average Joes, man.
Yeah. We find time for this, man. We make time, for real. But
Indeed. No doubt. I'll check you in a few, bro.
all right, no doubt, bro. Have a good night.
All right, you too, brother.
Peace. Appreciate
Peace.
you. Peace,
You
brother.
too, man. Appreciate you, bro. Peace. Yeah, that's the homie SC Static. Like I said, we had to do a little run back only because, like I said, like the footage was kind of weird with the Wi-Fi cutting in and out. Plus, he had to keep hopping back in the room, etc. But it's the homie SC Static. Yo. I'm gonna drop this maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow. Like on YouTube, I got to edit everything. So I appreciate all y'all for checking in, supporting the whole entire show and shit. Definitely check out the Bliss from Juice. That's up on YouTube, that interview. And definitely check out whatchamacallit? The Lord Gamma, my bad, yo. My bad side. The Lord Gamma joint. That's also on YouTube. Check those out. Subscribe to the channel. Keep checking me out. Follow me. Follow all the artists that I put up. Show the necessary support. Next week, as of right now, the schedule, y'all hearing it first. I got Jice 1. You know what I mean? Friday night. Jice 1 from Creative Juices Music. And he's also from the Arsonists. Next Sunday, we're gonna have the homie, the fam, Influence Get 'em. You know what I mean? And Saturday, I don't know. It's in the air. So if y'all wanna hop on or something, just hit me up in the inbox. I'll see what's what. But yeah. Anyways, I appreciate all y'all support. Keep doing your thing, and I hope you have a good week coming up.